Welcome to the Simply Incredible podcast. I am Daryl, aka The D, right here with Troy Champney.
What's happening, brother?
What's happening? And JPZ.
Hey girl, hey.
Hey, girl.
That really threw me off, I'm not gonna lie.
What it is, cuz.
So, anything exciting happened in the past week?
Ufka, got some new news on there?
Yeah, we got the big UFC that just happened in Brazil was fantastic, depending on who you were a fan
Yeah,
of.
exactly.
Yeah.
But they had a lot of great finishes. I mean, because
Yeah.
a lot of times they can turn into some snooze fest. This was not.
Dude,
Yeah.
3 words. Cyborg is here.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. And you know
Yeah, if
what?
she drops that 5 pounds to get in that weight division,
Yeah.
ooh, I feel
It's
bad for those
over.
people.
Uh-huh.
All of them are going to have their
Yeah.
hands full. Cyborg, to me, best female fighter in the world. period.
It's so good to hear somebody get hyped like that and then actually deliver.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Yeah.
The only other girl that I've ever seen that had that kind of a dominance to her martial arts.
Don't you dare say Rousey.
Oh, no.
I'll kick you off this podcast.
No, European kickboxer named Lucia Riker.
Yeah, we've talked about her before.
She's incredible. If you've never seen her, she's a boxer and a kickboxer. She has some of the best skills, not of any woman I've ever seen. She got some of the best skills ever.
Yeah.
Watch her, and literally as a man with fighting experience and training, I tell you what, I would think twice. I was like, man.
You know, it's funny. UFC's like looking for that golden goose now since Rousey kind of held her downfall. And they just keep throwing Van Zant out there day after day. I see posts about her, and it's like,
That's because she's on Dancing with the Stars.
That- I
They think
mean,
this
she's
could
like-
be their golden goose.
she's like mildly attractive. So they're like, all right, let's latch on to her and see what.
Yeah.
I think that girl in the, what's the lightest weight? Bantamweight? Is that the lightest weight?
Gosh, you know what?
Carolina.
Oh,
she's on
Jojanchevich.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, she was really good.
Dude, she's an incredible fighter. She, and all of these women, I hate when guys are saying, dude, but she's ugly and all this. It's like, look, man.
Don't care.
That number
I know,
one,
right?
that's a horrible thing to say, about somebody when you see them in the end of a fight. How many of us in the end of a war look as good as we could in a photo shoot?
All right.
I mean, give me a break. And not only that, that's not what we're here for.
Yeah, exactly.
The fact that Rousey, and Misha and even Holly, these girls, Paige, that they do have that ability,
Oh, yeah.
that's a bonus. But
yeah,
I mean,
no doubt.
Jojanchevich is a holy terror. And she's going to, I don't think there's going to be anybody who's going to just match her intensity.
Yeah.
If they do, they got a shot.
I mean, Cyborg, she didn't really bring the intensity that much. It's just she hits so daggone hard.
Yeah.
She hits so hard. I hate to say it, she hits manly.
Yeah.
Well, they said
for
she
sure.
does a lot of boxing with men and sparring with men,
Yeah.
and she's like she doesn't hold her own. She more than holds her
She
own.
dominates.
I'm telling you, that's why that girl
I was
Lucia
like-
Riker was.
Her poor opponent, man. I mean, I felt bad for her. Her
Did
face
you
looked
hear-
like it got hit by a truck.
Now, did it bother y'all? Because it bothered me when they said like she didn't want to get hit by anybody hard, so she could come in to this fight ready to rumble. I was like, when she got hit one time, it was over.
Are you talking about Cyborg's opponent?
Yeah, Leslie Smith. Because I was like, you gotta get hit some. I mean, I'm not saying every single day you go on, full hardcore sparring, but you gotta get hit some. I would think.
A little bit, but like you said, I think that's kind of the trend now. People
Yeah.
aren't sparring hard like they used to.
I mean, I know a lot of injuries happen in
Yeah,
sparring, but it's
yeah.
like when you go in there
Especially
against
when it's-
somebody like Cyborg, you gotta have a little bit. I
Well,
would
it
think.
affects your money because if you get hurt and you can't fight because you got hurt training, you're
Yeah.
out of a paycheck.
Yeah.
No, it's the trend now because the evidence is showing that number one, the concussions that these guys are sustaining in training is shortening their careers. That's
Yeah.
just a fact.
Will Smith put out one movie about concussions, got in one little fight, and everybody got scared.
It was a really good movie, dude. Really good. No, but
I didn't watch it because I lived through it watching the NFL for the last decade.
Yeah.
yeah, dude, I'm telling you, it's a very real problem, and you see these guys that the wrestlers. I always think of Chris Benoit.
Yeah. Yeah.
And these
Chris
guys, Benoit, but they end up losing their mind.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, it's like, why would he kill his family? This guy, I thought he's
a little
a
bit
professional.
of chemical cocktail probably had something to do with that too.
Well, it totally could, but I'm telling
But,
you,
I mean,
it
I think a
wouldn't.
lot of that was because of pain and stuff like that
Yeah.
he's been in all these years.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I think the sustained brain injuries just from the
I
concussion.
mean, they said he was like 40 or something and had the brain of like an 80-plus-year-old.
yeah,
Man.
they had this thing on TED Talks where they were showing brain scans, and it's the name of the TED Talk. It was a I loved it. It was what we learned from 100,000 brain scans. They've actually got a scanning imager that they can take a photo of the brain, in a way that shows activity, not the actual brain itself, but the active spots and the dead spots.
Yeah.
And he said before, psychologically, we'd have to kind of guess what might be, going on in the brain. He goes, now, when we look at these scans, I can tell you exactly what needs to be done to help this person.
Yeah.
And
MRIs are getting really advanced with that. Yeah.
And he said before, it was literally like having, a dartboard and throwing in the dark, and whatever you hit, that's what you would try. So anyways, back to this, they had a lot of it. Even Conor McGregor was, proposing that. Robbie Lawler proposed that. These guys have sustained so much.
I mean, Lawler, he gets beat up every fight. I mean, he beats up somebody every fight.
Right.
It's war with him every one.
And I don't think that you have to always play it completely safe. There has to be a time where you get hit for the first time, not in front of 1,000 people.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
But once you're at that professional level, that kind of those people should have already been weeded out. We should already know this guy is tough enough to take the damage. Now, we know that he can take it. Let's take and extend his career as long as we can, minimize the effects of the brain damage. Let's let him, have a quality of life in his future.
Yeah.
But also, like you said, these guys get broke and they can't fight.
Yeah.
AKA, those guys are notorious for being some of the best people in the world and some of the hardest training and missing more title fights than any other gym because they're always broken.
It's just a natural evolution of fighting. I mean, all the way back from the first UFC when they were doing everything under the sun. So, they got into like the brawler, lay and pray kind of mode. And now it's like everybody's kind of becoming this really athletic fighter. And, it's just the evolution. They got to start training smarter.
Yeah. And we've got access to information that we never had when this started.
Yeah, no doubt.
I mean, before I remember, trying to get my hands on bootleg VHS tapes to watch a Mount Escape.
Yeah.
Dude, now you can go to YouTube and watch every world champion, a documentary on him, a series, watch him compete, his tapes, his move of the week. There's information on nutrition. I mean, we're in a different world.
I remember early 2000s when YouTube was like brand new and like looking for those first Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Gracie Jiu-Jitsu videos and seeing them on there like, oh my God, does anybody else know about this?
Dude, it was like a secret you didn't want to get out. I remember Chris Howder, he's one of the Dirty Dozen. I was listening to an interview with him, and I felt the same way he did. He started in the late 80s. I started in the early 90s. And he said as soon as he saw Royce fight and win, he goes, it was a double-edged sword. I was so tickled that jiu-jitsu proved itself. He said, but there was a part of me that just, my heart was broken. The cat's out of the bag.
Yeah. I've kind of felt like that. Like we're like the martial art hipsters. Like, we knew jiu-jitsu before it was cool.
Before it was cool. Well, back then it was like this secret you had.
Yeah.
Our teams went undefeated. Why? Because nobody else knew jiu-jitsu.
It's like you see something on UFC and you're like, we're going to practice that move tomorrow.
Right. So, hey, the other fights that were really good. We have a new heavyweight champ, and it was your guy, Stipe.
Again, I love saying his name, but he seems like a pretty decent dude as well.
I think he comes across to me as pretty genuine.
And Verdum, he got Verdun.
Now, let me ask you, Verdum, walking into that place, was in seventh heaven.
Yep.
He looked so happy and
like,
confident.
What is up with that goofy look you keep doing, dude?
Dude.
It's like, I'm in my home and I'm gonna fight.
Well, he was positive. I'm not only gonna win, I'm gonna take and be a hero.
Right.
Tonight's my night to be a legend.
And I think that's what got him in trouble because he just kept running forward.
Can't get cocky,
Why?
Yeah. I mean, you thought after that first time he got caught, he's not gonna do that again, but he immediately ran right back at him.
When I saw him running and flailing, because we know how he can fight.
Yeah.
We've seen him. He's a tactician. He's great.
Yeah.
And he just looked like a schoolyard.
Now, it was early. Why do you think he went that route?
I think that he was so emotionally jazzed up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Adrenaline will do it to you.
And I hate it because I love Fabricio.
Yeah.
I hated him looking like that.
I'll tell you what, heavyweights are looking a lot better these days. Those guys did not look like they were 240.
Oh, no, yeah. Stipe's got a really, tight build for his size,
Yeah.
240, and to be he looks like the actual form of a middleweight.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's
You
what I
know?
thought he would be just
Yeah.
looking at him.
And Fabricio, he's a little bit soft, but he's still, I mean, he's not sloppy by any means, you know.
The only thing about the heavyweight division is it just keeps changing hands over and over again.
Yeah.
This guy's the champion this week. Will he be next week?
I tell you what, I hated seeing Junior Dos Santos and Kane both having their moments and falling because
Yeah.
I loved both of them. I think my most interesting time ever for the heavyweight championship was when Junior Dos Santos, Kane, I think it was Shane Carwin and Brock.
Yep.
And those four were all, they looked unstoppable.
Yeah.
And the heavyweight picture, that was the most interesting it's ever been for me ever. I was like, this is unreal.
I loved when Mir beat Brock, though. That was beautiful.
Dude, I loved when Brock and Shane fought and Brock beat Shane because that was incredible.
Yeah.
The only bad thing about Brock is he did not have a chin.
Oh, no.
You caught him at all. It's just like Arlovsky.
Yeah.
Man, I've liked him for a long
Yeah,
time, and
yeah.
he looks like, not again, like you're talking about. He looks like he can move. He's got punching. He's got kicking, but
He was
he's
fierce,
got
man.
a
He was
soft
an
chin.
animal.
Did you see him the other night with Alistair?
Yeah, yeah,
And soft chin.
yeah.
Oh, man.
Because going to that fight, I was like,
gotten
if
chinny.
he can keep him away, he's got some. If he comes inside, it's over.
When those guys take so much damage, and that comes from gym wars too, it doesn't matter where the damage comes from. It doesn't matter if there's a camera on you or if it's in a, sweat gym,
Yeah.
sweat house. He's chinny.
Yeah.
He gets hit. He's done.
Yep.
He's done.
What's old Crow Cop up to these days? Is he still fighting?
He's done, isn't he?
I think he's done. But you know what? He's one of those guys. I would never be surprised if
Yeah.
the money was right. He got called out. I think he actually works in the government
Oh, no
down
kidding.
in Croatia.
Yeah, I was thinking like some kind of defense thing. Is
Yeah.
what I was thinking. I might be completely wrong.
He was
on that.
always entertaining. I loved watching his fights.
Oh,
Well,
that
in
wicked
Pride-
kick of his, that left kick,
Yeah, left kick. Yeah.
is brutal.
In Pride, though, he was a god.
He was
and
a
then he
beast,
came over
man.
here, and
Yeah.
then you don't know if it was the talent pool or age caught up with him.
I
time.
was thinking age like him with Fedor as well.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fedor, I think, was always overrated, though.
I always liked Fedor.
Did you?
I did. I mean, he's not one of those guys like one of my top 10 or anything, but he's guys like, man, if we could just get him over here in his prime, I would have loved to see
He's just
that.
one of them big, burly Russian dudes that you would not want to get ticked off.
Did
Yeah.
you know what that whole ambiance about him? That was that's one thing I really did like. I
Yeah.
was like, dude, that's like out of a comic book.
Yeah, yeah.
The big Russian quiet bear.
I crush you.
Oh, they said must crush you. Must do it twice if you get back out. And I was like, okay.
I
But
break you.
who's the other fights in there? Matt Brown
Oh,
versus
yeah,
Damian
yeah.
Maya.
Yeah, that was on the prelims.
Yeah.
Yeah, I missed
Yeah,
that one.
I was surprised that didn't get bumped up when Anderson got knocked out of it.
I could not believe that either because normally on the prelims, the only reason that they'll do that is because you'll have such a heavy audience, for free TV, and they want some of those guys. They actually say the numbers. It's better for your career to be on those shows than sometimes on the main card because you can get more, attention.
Yeah,
But
it worked for Faber a lot. I mean,
dude,
he's been on so many. Poor
he's
guy.
Mr. Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
Cannot win.
He gets to the title and that's it.
I
Poor
still
guy.
remember reading like one of the first articles, and he was like 19-0,
You're right.
and everybody saying this guy's unbeaten.
Yeah.
And the next month after I read that line, the next
curse.
month they had a picture of him. He was on his knees, brokenhearted, like I just lost.
What happened?
What happened? But
It's like who's the guy that got the title shot today? They just announced it today. Bisping.
Oh yeah, Bisbee.
Yeah, so he's got like
Bisping,
what,
'cause,
15
Weidman's
fights or
out.
something like that. Finally got
Chris
a title
Weidman's
shot.
out. Yeah,
I didn't hear that. Is it
He hurt his
today?
neck.
Is he okay? Is he
I
bad?
don't know how bad. That's just what I read, and they said Bisbee stepping in for the title shot.
you know what? I don't
guess
have a
Luke
problem
Rockhold.
with Bisping getting it.
Yeah, they
And
said
I
he's had,
don't
like,
mean the
15
title. I do not
fights.
like that guy
Yeah.
at all.
Right.
But if you beat Anderson Silva, yeah, okay, take a shot.
Yeah, for sure.
Wait a minute. What did you just say? Like Anderson Silva's tough to you now?
No,
What?
Bisping
No,
just didn't
every-
accept the payoff.
He's like, yeah. Every time Anderson Silva comes up, yeah, he's weak.
He's paying his.
Oh, damn. I was like, I must have missed something.
Yeah. But
You know what we do? You
I
dance
would
for
say
5 minutes, then I jab you, you fall down.
You fall down again.
I would say is I like
Your
Bisbee.
Brazilian sounds Russian. He's
The
on vodka.
Brazilian dance.
It was like your Irish said it Australian.
Normally they're Jamaican. It's right, donkey. Get up off the mat.
You're making us crazy.
Jamaican, ma.
But
Simply incredible,
Bisping,
ladies.
I will say is I do enjoy hearing him talk about the fights. You know, on like the
Who?
Bisping.
Yeah,
Yeah, when he's on like Inside MMA or something like that. I can't remember the actual
I
name
do
of it.
too. I do too.
But I like Dominic Cruz. I like hearing him talk about him. I'm not a fan of Dominic Cruz.
Right, yeah.
He's so smart, but there's something about him that I don't like. I'd like to smack the taste out of his mouth sometimes.
Now,
Dominic, we have your next opponent.
Dude. But
He's out of your weight class, but
and he's out of your age class too. I don't like Uriah, and I think Dominic has taken it as his crusade to point out this guy is not what he seems. He's a horrible person. And you know what?
Really?
I believe him.
Really?
I believe Uriah is a horrible person.
really, I've always been a fan. I like her.
No, dude, I remember him I was in Vegas, and people went up to, say hi, and he snubbed them. I mean, I was just
Wait.
like,
Oh, I could
Could
see
they
that.
actually see him because he's so small?
Right.
let me tell you
They
something.
look right over top of him.
I could see him being cocky. He looks like the
Oh,
Bieber
he's
of UFC.
Napoleon complex, man.
Yeah.
Dude, he's it was horrible.
Yeah.
It was like I hate to say it because I've seen it with a couple of fighters at the shows. It's so over the top that you think you can't be serious.
Right. He's the
It's
pretty
like,
boy
didn't you
of
ever
UFC.
watch? Yeah, it was like, didn't you ever watch the Brady Bunch and those half-hour shows where you learned on the outside of the bubble, don't be that guy?
Exactly, right.
They could have done better if they had 70 sitcoms to kind of guide
Yeah,
them with,
that's right.
with a moral compass that
Even
we were
90s,
attuned
man.
to.
Go watch some Full House.
Go
or
watch some
something.
Full
Family
House.
Matters.
Man,
Hey,
but,
you watch Fuller House right now.
but Dominic, he also, whenever those guys are talking, he puts his 2 cents in that tries to undermine
put a little
their
dig in.
intelligence.
Yeah,
Well, I don't mean like he dogs them, but he's like, okay, well, that's pretty good
Cormier's
for
really good on there too.
that's pretty good for an elementary breakdown. But let's talk with the big boys, something like that. And I'm like,
Uh-huh.
I'm like, you little,
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
What is something I would do?
you're doing it, but whenever you do it, you always do it in a playful way. That dude is doing it in like he's trying to be slick, and it's like you're not slick, dude.
Uh-huh.
I covered up really well then.
Shut up, Daryl.
Anywho,
What is the? There was another fight too. Damian's, Cyborgs. Was there another quick knockout in this?
there was
UFC?
3 knockouts. The last 3 fights were knockouts.
Was there was only the one female fight?
Well, there was the first fight of the night, which was a war.
I missed that.
That was the was that?
I didn't see that. I got on when you took and directed me to the channel.
I mean, those 2 ladies, they were playing Rock'em Sock'em Robots in that 3rd round. And it was a thing of beauty.
I do think I saw that one.
I know Matt Brown. He
No,
got some
maybe I didn't. That was the other one you
little
were telling me.
controversy.
Oh, yeah. That's another thing I want to talk about. Matt Brown's ex-coach assaulted him in
Yeah.
the hotel after the fight. Mm-hmm. And then his buddy chased him down like to put a beating on him.
Even
I
before that, he was talking trash about the
did not hear
Brazilian
that.
fans, and like 3 of the Brazilians hit him on the way to the ring.
Who, Matt did?
Yeah,
Matt
they
Brown,
did do that,
yeah.
yeah.
What did he say about him? I didn't
I
hear
mean,
any
he
of
was
that.
about to take a swing on one of them, but the guards were there. His bodyguards were there.
Let me tell you, that's
they
one
weren't.
city.
They were not guarding his body at all.
That's one city I don't think I would take and poke with a stick.
Just
Your
go-
body will
go-
be found out back in a dumpster
Just
somewhere.
go hang out on the beach, and that's it.
You're getting a Rio de Janeiro necktie. We slit your throat,
Oh,
pull
dude.
your tongue out.
Hey, if you play soccer and if you're a
Peruvian
ref,
neck.
don't be a ref in soccer. Oh my goodness.
They kill him.
They'll kill him.
They have
They
like
take that so
secret
seriously.
doors, like
Oh,
where the
yeah.
ground opens and they can save them. They do.
They take that so
It's like
serious.
bomb shelters. Get him now.
Pull him under and a little
Oh,
pops out.
Dude,
got a mustache now. Where'd that come from?
It's a gnome inside a ref uniform.
I remember hearing that one of the refs got killed, and they stuck his head on a pole.
Yeah. Nah, dude, it's for real.
I mean, they decapitated him and put his head on a pole.
Let me tell you something.
Literally.
I do not understand people who cannot keep perspective
Yeah.
in their distractions.
I mean, football, I understand this happening, but soccer? Come on.
Oh, dude, there's not
That's crazy.
a single thing outside of defending my family or myself, like in my life, where I would see that. What, you killed him for
Violence.
Well,
Yeah,
what
yeah.
about the director of the Fantastic Four?
his head needs to be on a pole.
That's messed up.
Josh Trank, we're coming for you.
Dre, that was cold.
Oh.
Dre, you need to knock it off.
Yeah, the Fantastic Four was not that good. I mean, bad.
You know, Brian said that he sent me a text and had a picture of the poster, and he says, the other night, I'm getting ready to watch this gem. And I was like, you're going to watch it? He goes, yeah, I got to, man. I cannot, my curiosity's killing me.
Yeah.
Don't do it, bro.
But you know what he said? He goes, "Let me tell you afterwards, it wasn't as bad as those other two monstrosities."
You know that
He liked the newer one better than the original too.
Parts of it. Parts of it.
I can't go that route.
Well, Alba for you.
I'll be honest though, all of them have been horrible.
Well, you know
I didn't
the
like the
sequel
first two.
is already in the works.
Yeah.
I've heard that.
I saw posters and stuff. I was like, oh, come on. Please
But
tell me you're
They had already
joking.
signed it before the first movie even came out.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Michael Jordan has already been tasked to have a scheduling conflict, which could take and do something with it for Black Panther.
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say, well, yeah. I mean, he's got a basketball career to think about. Michael Jordan.
No.
Well,
It's
what's his
Michael
middle?
B. Jordan.
That's what he said. You said B, right?
No.
Oh.
He said Michael Jordan's like,
Oh, okay.
he's gonna leave a basketball. You know, he owns.
You're
the,
a tool. Shut up. You are a tool.
And there's the dig. Undermining.
That's what D stands for. Dig.
dig. There's the dig.
Did y'all hear Black Panther's like 90% of the cast is African American?
That's awesome. It should be.
No, they're taking away jobs from us hardworking white guys.
Yeah, we need more job
Hashtag Wakanda so
opportunities.
black.
And that's gonna be on here 5 times.
Dude, hey, I'll tell you what. I do not like when they take in whitewash films. I
Yeah,
hate it.
I don't
Yeah.
like that at all.
Gods of Egypt.
Yeah.
It's
right.
like, how come
I
this is
still haven't
Egypt
watched
and
that.
everybody here is from England or Australia?
Uh-huh.
I was like, I don't know. It just doesn't make sense to me. It's like, why are you doing a movie about Egypt? Why don't you make up new names for the gods?
Mm-hmm.
And they can all
Ralph.
be Stewie,
Ralphicus.
Ralphicus.
Ralphicus. Yeah, hold on. You know what? I've got a special entry right here. Open that door real quick. For me.
Come on in. Hello.
Right now, we're being visited by a good friend of ours
Uh-huh.
from the Black Panther cast,
What up?
What's up? What's up?
Mr. Christian Booth. Christian Booth, say hello.
Yeah. Speak to us.
Hello, everybody. How you doing?
And what are you doing in here?
Getting my phone.
Forgot his phone.
I didn't forget my phone.
We
Not
lo-
completely.
That's just a preview of more great things to come
Yeah.
from
We'll
Christian
have
Booth.
him on for a UFC one day.
But he has to tell me that he has actually listened to the Simply Incredible
That
podcast
is
as a
true.
subscriber before we let him be a
Yes.
guest.
I don't have a YouTube channel. I just listen to it.
Then you have to make it up.
Then you need to
Yeah.
take and
Join the other 356 people.
All right, fine.
you need to figure it out.
I'll figure it out.
Get your free Gmail email address.
Fine. Use my free Gmail.
That's it. You get to
Free
come back
mail.
in here and we'll talk to you about a guest pass where you don't have to just come in and get your phone.
Yes.
Thank you.
Love you, brother.
Later.
I couldn't
That-
pass that up. He had to come in. He goes, I need my phone.
No, you don't need your phone.
That was the origin story.
Hey, let's take and move on a little bit. What's next? What we have on the docket?
Next week, because somebody's going to be skipping because of a, anniversary or
Vacation.
something?
I'm out.
Where are you going to vacation from?
Virginia Beach.
Mm-hmm.
Va Beach.
Do you do a house type of thing, condo?
Just getting a hotel
Hotel?
up there. Just me, the wife, and the kiddo.
Fantastic. I tell you what.
And going to
Tidewater Con.
Tidewater Comic Con.
How long are you going for?
Sunday through Thursday.
Dude, that's good days.
Mm-hmm.
Hoping the weather holds out.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't
It's
care.
going to be raining.
I think next week is actually supposed to be decent.
I hope so.
I think I've heard it's supposed to be raining until about Wednesday.
I always make sure the hotel I pick has an indoor pool just for that reason, just so
Yeah.
we have a backup.
There you go.
Dude, I can't wait. I mean, some of my very, very favorite memories ever. We always go down to Holden Beach, and we get a house down there, and it's right on the beach. And waking up in the morning with a coffee, and we call it dolphin watching. Yeah, we just sit on the beach, and we have the binoculars. The kids are out there. They're eating breakfast, whatever, and watching for the dolphins.
Oh, that's awesome.
Dang.
That-
That's nice to be wealthy.
I know,
Oh,
right?
yeah. It's not. This is a shack.
It's like my third summer home. We go visit it in the Hamptons.
I wish my life was as good as you assume it to be.
Yeah, dang.
I leave the X mansion behind for a week.
Yeah. Have you read any good books this week?
First, let me just mention this. Next week we'll have our Tidewater Con review, and if we actually have time to watch this X-Men movie, we'll talk about that too.
That's next Friday.
Yeah, I was gonna say
I
that's
thought
not
that was
this
this
week.
week.
No, no.
I think it's
Not
like
this-
27th.
No, we
Oh,
can
in
talk
that-
about it, but
in
it
that
will be a
case-
preview, not a
Okay.
review.
Good, that means I don't have to sit through it.
Dude, you
live.
cannot talk about X-Men without the Peasicus.
Dude, that's
Oh, you're
his.
serious?
That's his people's.
Yes. His Peepicus.
My bros.
Peepicus.
It's his Peepicus.
Hey, that's foul language. I'm using Peepicus.
Special guest next week, right?
Yeah, Peepicus. Yes, Peasy will be here. Well, I'm trying to get Matt Slay to make it. He was going to try to be here tonight, but he's still doing more commissions for this week's Comic Con.
I bet you he's
Artist
slammed.
Yeah, no
Matt
doubt.
Slay, dude, does amazing work too.
Oh, he's amazing.
Check him out on DeviantArt.
First time I ever saw anything of his one, I guess it was the Roanoke thing that Untamed Worlds puts on.
Yep, Roanoke
And
Con.
yeah, and
Red Valley.
he had a big stand up of the Joker painting
Yeah.
that I was just to this day I love that.
I think he sold that.
Oh, nice.
Did he? Oh,
Yeah,
it's
because that's the thing.
beautiful.
He put on Facebook that he had been to, I can't remember how many years he's had it, and it was actually on display. I want to say in Minnesota for the last like 6 months or something. And then he got it back. He was gonna sell it.
That's so cool to just
How
travel
much?
the world.
Oh, it was more money than I can pay for it.
I mean, are you talking
I'm from what
6,000?
I'm thinking of like about 2.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
That's
I was
so
trying
cool,
to
though,
drive
just-
your price up, Matt.
Just travel
I
across
believe
the
it's already
country.
been sold though. I
That would be
believe.
cool, right? Traveling.
Going across the country
To
just
Comic-Con?
signings and commissions and
Well,
stuff.
it's like I was listening to a podcast from wrestlers, and they're like, it's really good the first 6 months, and then after a while, it starts getting old.
Oh,
You're
I'm sure.
always traveling, always on the road, city to city. Sometimes you don't even know what city you're in.
They can't get in that profession and complain about that. They know what they're getting into.
Dude,
Yeah, but you know
I totally
what?
disagree.
It's like this.
It's like announcers. They're a different game every day.
Well, but I love, our school. The Edge is it's like my second family. The facility's great, and we're blessed to have the facility we do. But I'm telling you what, after every single day being in here, and those walls look the exact same every
Yeah.
single time,
Yeah.
it's like Disney World is only Disney World for the people who don't work there.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean,
That's true.
burnout will hit you.
That's
Dude.
true.
Yeah.
So Troy just confirmed we're coming into Pink Walls next week.
Pink
walls.
Switching them up.
There you
and
go.
then it's gonna be 1738 written all over 'em.
That'd be awesome.
1738.
Put it in
I
a black
would-
light paint.
I'd put the Simply Incredible podcast somewhere.
That's lame. Nobody
I
likes
know
that.
you are, but what am I?
Hey, you can if you want to buy a sponsorship.
Oh,
Well, I mean, I'm thinking that it should be sponsoring the podcast.
oh, he threw it back at you.
No.
And
If we got T-shirts, or if our name or likeness showed up on any of the stuff,
like
if it wasn't the D's Simply Incredible podcast, we might have something to talk about. But
Oh,
right now,
snap.
I just don't know.
Oh my goodness.
yeah.
Working out deals here.
Look at this. I'm negotiating.
I like
yeah,
it.
I mean, I'm trying to get
Let's do like some characters.
I'm
or-
trying to get
That'd be awesome.
the Simply Incredible podcast presents The Edge. I could have that on the front one day.
You could.
The Edge, martial arts and tumbling.
With the
It's
Simply
wicked awesome, yo.
Dude, I want to get a couple of characters of the three
The
of
Edge,
us.
martial
Uh-huh.
arts and tumbling presents the Simply Incredible podcast. Now, how sweet does that sound?
Brought to you by.
Ooh, that
Yeah.
could be good.
There
I
you
like
go. And sponsorship money is coming in.
Boom, I like it.
Anyway, we're
Dude,
almost
you-
at half an hour.
We sponsor you with Waters.
We haven't started talking about comics yet.
Let's talk about some animated
Comic
books.
book corner.
Comic Book Corner. I have officially joined the club and have caught up on my homework assignments.
Now,
Oh, I've got so many that I haven't even hit yet. That's so.
I got a few I haven't started yet. But
Yeah.
before we get started on specific books, I have a few general questions I wanted to throw at you guys.
Do it. I
Yes,
like
I
the
am
general
awesome.
questions.
That's what I always tell people.
Damn, you just knocked off my first
That's,
question.
that's the first three questions.
Yeah, second question was, how did you get so awesome? Crap.
Well, it's just.
He met this
well, I
guy
can't tell
named
you.
Troy.
Whoa.
Cow chicken.
It's getting deep in here.
Oh.
Yeah, chicken.
Pick your feet up. All right, so you've noticed, at least with the Marvel books, I don't know if DC's doing it as well, but they always come with the digital version of the book. Do you guys claim your digital
DC
versions?
does not, and I have not in the Marvel. No.
You know what? I haven't, and they even gave some free books that opening night of Captain America.
Yeah?
And I've got the little coupon to go do it, but I just never have yet.
I've never done it just because I don't want to peel a sticker out of the book and just make it
yeah.
unpristine.
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't want to do that either.
What are your thoughts on variant covers? And
Love 'em.
Which to buy? Which do you think would hold the most value in the future? Do you go, if you only wanted one copy of the book, do you go for a variant cover or the regular cover?
Good question. What's your answer on that one?
To me, it depends on what they look like.
Okay, so you just go for which
You
one
go
like
for
best.
what you want.
Yeah, I mean, like I love a sketch cover,
Okay.
and they are mostly variants, but I do love a real good sketch.
I stopped looking at my comics as a financial investment a long time ago in the 90s when they just flooded the market with all those number ones and
Yeah.
Image came in and everybody was claiming oh, this is gonna be worth money. Buy it. This
Yeah.
is another their number one, and none of them panned out.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Spawn.
Yeah, I mean it's like very few during
Yeah.
that time.
Yeah.
Todd McFarlane's run, his originals with Spider-Man, that kind of stuff. But so now when I buy something, I buy what I want.
What
Yeah.
looks the coolest?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of the way I've been going too. But
I mean,
I just have to wonder every time I pick them up, like which one of these is gonna be worth more.
I tell you what, rarity is
I just don't
a
think
big part of it.
I gotta be honest. In this day and time, I don't think very many will really carry any kind of huge premium
It's true.
in the long run
It's true.
because everyone takes care of them and they know how to take care of them now.
Yeah.
I couldn't agree more with you. It's like my mom always told me, it's like, Mom, you know how much this book is worth? She goes, only what you can get for it.
Yep.
That's very true.
And it's like, I don't care what that book says. If it says it's worth 300 and you don't have anybody giving you 300, it ain't worth zero.
Yeah,
I will
exactly.
say this:
Or it's worth zero.
you have price guides, and I've since the late '90s, I've always said this: the real price guide. What can you get on it from eBay?
Exactly what I
Because
was going to. Yeah,
that's
eBay.
pretty much what the real market value is anymore.
Yep, eBay is your price guide. What's your guys' thoughts on turning comic book characters into to make them look like their movie actor counterpart? Like I've noticed there was a Star Trek comic the other day, and Khan was straight up Benedict Cumberbatch drawn right on the comic.
That's
saw-
actually a different one than it used to be.
Oh, yeah?
That's a new run that came out in the last. Well, I guess when that new Star Trek came out.
Yeah, I've seen a captain.
I struggle with that.
Captain's looking a little bit like Chris Evans these days. I've noticed Nick Fury. He's a black guy now. He's
And now they're
Samuel
drawing
Jackson.
Samuel Jackson.
Yeah.
But they did that before he was cast, even in the Ultimates, in the hope that it could be a linchpin to get them to cast
Oh,
him.
cool. I also noticed the other day I was reading the Ultimates thing. Thor still looked like Thor, but Jane, his girlfriend, it was straight up Natalie Portman.
Wow.
But it was like hot, busty
Yeah,
comic book
yeah,
version.
yeah.
Natalie Portman. I was
But
like,
not
oh
quite
my god.
exactly like
Yes.
Natalie.
I was like, whoo.
It was a likeness for trademark reasons.
You know what? I would say this about that.
Yeah.
I would honor the universe if they wanted to do the universe like that. But I like Captain America being a certain
originals.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Dave Zobel is now joining
Yes.
the podcast
He-
along
he-
with
yes.
Christian.
It's like he was doing a mime on that window.
Guess the
Let
appearances
me
of
explain something to the listening audience. The crew at the Edge is one of the most incredible group of people, the most fun community of people to be around. I've been to a lot of gyms,
Yep.
and they've got this ego that is so thick you could choke on it. That's not where we are.
That's why I came here, so I could make people choke on my ego.
Yeah, I'm surprised we don't.
That's my new jiu-jitsu move, ego choke.
Yeah, but Dave Zobel's out there doing the monkey walk in front of the window.
I agree though. Wednesday's like a highlight of my week. I love coming up here training and talking to you nerds about comics.
Dude, right? I love it.
Yep.
All right, my last pre-comic question is: have you guys ever thought about going back and trying to collect all the comics on a run that's way up there? Because I keep eyeballing Usagi Yojimbo. It's up to
Yeah.
154, and it's like, I would spend thousands of dollars if I tried to get all those comics.
I thought about Detective Comics actually, or Batman. I was like, yeah, that ain't gonna happen.
I've thought about getting backlogged of some 1 to 20 of of something that I could take and afford. Because I'd love 1 to 20 of the Fantastic Four,
Ah,
or Amazing Spider-Man. But I mean, I will say this: you can buy not highly graded stuff
that's true.
Yeah.
and really get deals on it that we could do.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I've
Sell
seen
one of your summer homes and get a couple.
Yeah.
yeah,
That's right.
yeah, just one of them. Just one of them.
Don't sell them both.
Those-
Yeah.
Dude, I won't. I'll keep one. But you
Right
could
now,
do.
Connor's like, wait, we have a summer home? Not that you know of.
Not that you know of.
What's his other family?
Connor's listening in the winter home now because
So
it's getting
wrong on
warm.
So many levels.
His other family. He has a second family too. But yeah, I saw a lot of the at the comic conventions you can go to the boxes and they'll have Silver Age stuff is my
Yeah.
favorite. I love. Dennis was talking about the Submariner
Yeah,
books.
Neymar, yeah. He
I've
loves
got
Neymar.
man, not all of them, but I've got a lot of the first 25 or something, which I love. I always go. I want to complete that. That's going to be mine. But I can't imagine doing 400 to 500 detective comics. I mean,
Yeah.
what are they up to?
They're like 800 and something. Like
Okay.
that. Well, it was like 880, 881 before they did the new 52, and then when they going back, they gonna start at 9. Was it 9 plus 52?
Do you-
934.
Would you really like to,
I love
to
me-
try to tackle that
No,
though?
I'm not.
Oh, okay, okay.
I'm actually going to try to tackle my Harley Quinn.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I've got 1 and 2 of the 2000 series, so the rest of them aren't that expensive. Yeah, I just don't feel like paying for them.
Right.
Dude, yeah. Now I tell you this: if you can luck out, I had somebody sell me the first 100 issues of Wolverine for $1 a piece.
Wow.
I mean, you can find stuff like that, but
Yeah.
you have to do the legwork. I mean, and he was just like, he goes, look, he knew me. He was like, I'm not going to try to scalp you. I'm going to get rid of them. I know you love them. I just don't have any room. It's 100 books. How about $1 a book? I was like, 100 bucks? Dude, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I almost
know?
did that with my box way back in the day. I had, but maybe
You
200
almost sold it?
Yeah, I had like 250 comics, and I was like $1 a piece, $250 for the whole box. And
Dang, and I could have bought the first appearance of
Yeah.
Harley Quinn out of that
Yeah.
box.
Some dude was trying to give me like $50 for the whole box. I was like, dude, I'm not doing that. No way.
How much was he giving you?
He wanted $50 for 250 comics.
Oh, dude, I
I was
would
like, yeah, I was like, no way. And then come to find out, I had that one comic that was worth
That
like
he,
600.
that he wouldn't sell me because he knows I want it.
It's
I never
about
could
him,
reach
not
that
you.
knife that was in my back that was twisted.
Oh, Lord.
Give me a kidney for it.
I'll tell you one thing, though. Have you guys
I give you
felt
my dead one.
speaking of vacation, you ever go and look, at the comic shops and stuff like that when you're
Yep.
on vacation?
Mhm.
I'll tell you another place. My mom used to, as a kid, always drag me to antique stores.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
But in there, you can always find comics.
Yep.
Yeah, I wasn't into comics when we went back when I had my surgery, but we went down to near Dixie Caverns, and Daryl found boxes and boxes of
Yeah.
comics.
And they had them $1 a piece. And true story, I forgot my wallet and he had to pay for them for me. But
Good
He
man.
got his money back.
Sure.
I mean, I got home and I felt so bad.
Is that the story?
I sent him a money order the next day to pay for him. Because I felt so bad. I was like, dang, I
With
hate when
interest,
that happens.
right? Because
Yeah,
you
yeah,
lost interest.
Yeah, I gave him a sturdy high five.
yeah, yeah.
The crispest of high fives.
And granted, I almost paralyzed him on that trip.
Dude, he was in every pothole in the road. Like, I just came out of surgery, man. Stop.
But, dude, I know,
I was trying to
right?
turn you into an actual bobblehead.
That would be bad.
I was like, ow, 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 ow.
And somebody's like, I just need to go home and take some more pain medicine. Like, we just have 2 more stops.
But hey, when I always go to these antique stores,
Mm-hmm.
nonstop, the one thing that always they have a ton of, and I hate Punisher War Journal or
Yep.
something like that.
Right.
Yep.
Always, it's like, what is up with Punisher being in all the antique stores? Every time I go, there's going to be like 20 of those books and maybe a couple of things that I might want to pick
I think
through.
of that Dixie Caverns. I think I bought that Punisher War Journal
Did
number
you?
1. And I think there's a War Zone also.
They had some
Yeah.
Muhammad
I bought all
Ali
that.
signed boxing gloves and a case. Of,
Yeah, I still,
How much?
I still say they weren't real.
I like to put that in my third summer
could,
home.
Yeah.
Could have been fake.
Third summer home, that'd
Yeah.
be decor.
That
Yeah.
would be nice.
Put Mike Tyson on
Hang
there.
them from your crystal chandelier.
Yeah.
No. I'm
All I'm
actually.
thinking about is the War of the Roses right now. Love that movie, by the way.
I saw it one time and I was like, no, I can't watch that again. All right, so on to the new business of what we have
Wait,
currently.
that was
been-
all your questions?
Yeah,
Yes,
that was my
yes, sir.
question.
All right. Well, he might
Wait,
have just,
what are
he
you
might have
doing? What are you
skipped one.
doing?
He might have
Dig?
skipped one.
Dig.
He might have skipped one. I don't know.
D stands for dig.
I don't know. Anyway, who's got dibs on the first read this week?
Y'all go ahead.
I took and got caught up so that you guys would not lynch me with Batman Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 1 through 6.
Yes.
You got all of them read.
I did, man.
Oh,
Giggity.
now-
Fantastic. I absolutely
Fantastic.
had a great time.
Dude, I had such a smile on my face reading that comic. I can't recall having that much fun reading a comic
That
in
was
a
good.
long time.
I wasn't as huge a turtle fan as I think you were,
Oh,
just
me too.
growing up.
Huge, yeah.
You know, but I was, a fan of the original, Eastman and Laird
Yeah.
stuff.
Mhm.
But to see them on there and doing that, there was just so many little nods that I could appreciate that were
Yeah.
just well done.
Yeah.
I even love the style of the art.
It was.
Yeah, the art looked great. The story was great.
Because I remember when I heard about it, it was about a month before it actually came out. I was like, now how is this going to work?
I think that was actually the first comic I'd bought recently that got me back into buying comics.
You're welcome.
Oh wow! Hey, did Matt say he did a turtle cover?
Yes, he did.
But it wasn't Batman.
No, it wasn't one
Turtles.
of those. It was from. It was actually Batman. Not Batman. Excuse me. Ghostbusters: Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Nice.
He did it for the Richmond Comic Con.
Gotcha.
which
That's
I
too
have, by the
cool.
way.
He gave you a copy to give to me, right?
Yeah, no.
To us.
I can-
to
I-
us. Us.
Yes.
Well, you
Yeah.
don't need another one of those for your summer home.
Come on, man. I'm gonna frame
He's
it.
like, I got the frame ready. Come on.
I got the frame. I,
got the
ain't even
platinum.
gonna read it.
Got the platinum diamond frame ready to go.
Platinum diamond.
Platinum diamond. That's how I roll with my grills.
He's got a picture frame watch. I wear it right on my wrist.
So now, what parts of it did you guys really think stood out?
I love that they gave each side their due. They showed Batman doing his detective thing. They
Yeah.
showed the Turtles' brotherly bond, playing off each other and everything. I really love that.
I loved the same thing, the way they interacted, and they still gave each other their due.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
I loved, the training sequence.
Yes.
When they were
Mhm.
training
Yeah.
together.
Yes.
Yep.
Because how cool is that? And also, I love that they had the same reaction that we would have if we met Batman.
Uh-huh.
All right, dude. They looked at the cave when they snuck into the Bat Cave, and they're like, "This is the coolest thing ever! I'm on the dinosaur."
Yeah.
You know,
And
and then
I love that they actually they had both Splinter and Leo kind of beat him in the training, because when you think
You
about
have
it,
to work on your footwork.
they have
yeah,
they
he's
have
pressing you harder than you think.
Yeah.
They-
Nothing wrong with his footwork. I wasn't talking to
I
him.
wasn't
Yeah.
talking-
Like, that was awesome.
they kind of have to let them win, because ninjutsu is their thing. Like Batman, he's got the detective, the fighting, the stealth. He's got all that going on for him. The Turtles are
Now I'm going to
primarily
disagree with
about
you though,
fighting.
because I don't think that Leonardo beat him. You know what I'm saying?
He beat bro.
He beat all four of them, and their comment was, dude, he wasn't fighting us to win. He was fighting us to study.
Study us.
So I think they were in a training thing, and he was probably, because he even looked at him as a teenager, so that he was in a training mode. And I'm telling you, I've got a couple of these teens out here that if I'm underestimating them, they're going to take me out. You know? I think that was kind of how I took it.
I respect your incorrect opinion.
I totally hear Troy. on
Thank
this
you.
one.
I appreciate that. Are you with me?
Troy's correct on this one.
Yeah.
Splinter, dude. Splinter was handling him so much that he was actually even complimenting him. He was like, "It's good to see somebody still so dedicated to."
I actually did like that, and I thought that was appropriate.
Uh huh.
Because if Batman could beat Splinter, and I'm not saying that he could or couldn't, but if they didn't give him that little kung fu moment,
yeah.
Master Po,
Yeah.
Yoda, Miyagi, there's something to be said that it should be that way.
They're doing that really well with the new Nick cartoon too. Like
Yeah.
if Splinter shows up on the scene, you better
Yoda's
run.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I dig that.
Me too. And the whole rogues gallery of all the villains attack Splinter, and
Yeah.
next you see them all knocked
Yeah.
out on the floor.
Dude, that was really, really, really cool. I
mean,
love that.
I loved how they changed them with the mutagen.
I
Right,
did too.
yeah,
I thought
I
that
did
was
too.
That was
awesome.
interesting.
What was the Joker? What did he turn to?
So I remember.
Was
Bane,
it a snake?
It was a snake.
Yes, I remember Bane was an elephant.
Elephant, which was cool.
Mm.
Never
Yeah.
felt power like this.
Yeah, wasn't that cool? That was awesome.
And I think my favorite panel in it though was Batman versus Shredder,
That was pretty sure.
and behind it had the fight kind of broken down. I was like, oh, that is so good.
That
Now-
was good.
I don't recall from a previous issue. Did they talk about that Intimidator suit at all, or did that just kind of come out of nowhere?
I think that they just in issue 1
Ah,
had
okay.
shown that he was kind of working on something new.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, where did this come from all of a sudden?
I'll tell you what though, that was cool.
Is
From
that a
Dale
thing?
Earnhardt, the Intimidator.
Is that a thing in the Batman comics? Does he have an Intimidator suit?
I don't.
I don't think so.
I don't
Yeah,
think
right.
it's.
I mean, I think a lot of the times he will have a suit
Yeah.
for a situation.
That's what I was gonna say.
I saw some animated movie where he had this giant Hulkbuster suit.
I think he has a bunch of those things,
Yeah.
but they don't play it up like Tony's.
Yeah.
That is Tony's thing.
Right.
The suits.
Yeah.
Right.
You know. But you know, like in the toys, you can always find like the camouflage, the submarine Batman. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
And they've got him in different suits.
Oh, toys do all kinds of crazy stuff.
Yeah.
They'll give Spider-Man a motorcycle and all kinds of stuff.
Oh, dude, when I was a kid, I was like, Spidey, I've never seen him ride a bike. Why they got him on a bike?
Spider
Yeah.
cycle.
Those spiders are going.
Dude, I remember being a kid and they had that. It was like one of those, like a dart gun that with a rubber sponge. You know, like it would stick. The dart it would be a
yeah,
suction
yeah.
cup.
Yeah.
And they had, the web shooter ones. You'd wrap it around your wrist. It had a string connected to it, and you could do it.
Cool.
As a kid, at like 5 or 6 years old, I dreamed about it. I mean,
Right.
I dreamed about it. I was like, if I had 2 of those, I could literally web swing. I swear that's
He's
what
like-
I
he's like-
literally
he's like going
thought.
From tree to tree to tree.
I mean, I would just sit there. I'd also do that while I was in church. My parents had me in church. Every day the door was open, and I would be looking, and there was these microphones hanging down from the ceiling, and every time I'm in there, I am spider swinging. I don't know what they're talking about. And Jesus, I love you, but I couldn't help it.
Yep.
You know, I would just swing. I remember thinking to myself when I got that thing for the first time, and it was this piece of junk, and I was like,
that's heartbreaking.
this will never work. It won't stick to the wall. I can't swing on nothing.
I did the same thing with
It
that
breaks
weapon.
out silly string.
Right. They do have that. They have
Tick
one that
Yeah,
shoots a
off.
yeah, I
silly-
see those
man.
new ones. Yeah.
Dude, I was brokenhearted. I was like, man,
I did the same thing with
I want
that,
my money back.
that weapon store at Happy's in Roanoke.
Yeah.
They had the ninja suit, and so I was like, I'm gonna get me some caltrops. I'm gonna get me some spikes that you put on your wrists, and I'm gonna start climbing up some walls and stuff.
Oh, dude, I've seen that play out so many times as a martial art instructor. I got these ninja climbing spikes. Yeah, let me explain something for you. Oh, I already got them. Enjoy them. Have fun. Did you ever try to get them and tie them on?
No.
Let me tell you
I do.
something.
I had throwing stars from that. Oh, those things were dangerous too.
I do have some throwing stuff.
No, I still do that with Connor. I do throwing stars and knives and axes with him, little hatchets and stuff. I took a bunch of like logs that we cut and had these huge log face targets and stacked them up so that we could practice.
Oh, so you got some sharp ones.
Oh, dude. Well, and the thing is, if you buy them like cheap, they'll bend after a while. But I think that's the best way because you know when Connor was learning, half of the time it was hitting asphalt. You
Yeah.
know, after it bounced off.
We had a big old Rubbertex rubber mat, and I would chuck them at that thing.
Oh, I love the Rubbertex mats.
I tell you something that we got out of the band box last month.
Oh yeah, dude, that's awesome.
It was brass knucks.
I saw it.
These things are not plastic.
What
These
about the-
things are dangerous.
And you said that they couldn't sell them in California?
Yeah, that's what they put it on a video. I was like, yeah, because somebody asked me, he's like, I think these things might be illegal in some states.
Now California's got rules about all kinds of weapons like that. You can't own nunchucks out there, all kinds of stuff.
Man,
Which
that ain't right.
Which is total.
You should have nunchucks.
It's bogus.
But what about the weapon that came in the band box before that?
Oh, the Bat Star?
A real batarang.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
What is the name of this box?
It's called a band box. It's just random
BAM?
stuff. Yeah.
BAM.
Uh-huh.
I thought you said the band, like Band-Aid.
No,
Yeah.
no. But they sent a real batarang, like a metal batarang.
Yeah,
was like,
and
dude,
I
that's
love
awesome.
that thing.
How much does this thing cost?
It's like, was it like
25
20,
something.
25?
A
Yeah.
month?
Yeah.
How many months do you do it?
Oh, you can do it month to month.
It's month to month, yeah.
Wait, you can do it this month and then say I opt out this month?
Yeah.
I was like, dude, that's why you ain't
It's
got 2
got-
and 3 homes.
It's got really
You got
cool.
50 boxes that
I'm
you get. A
invested
week.
in
I
video.
have throwing stars.
How many boxes do you get?
Right now, I think I get 4, I think.
Dang.
Something like that.
I actually thought about starting to get the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu box or the Grappler's Toolbox.
Oh, they got stuff like that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
that's
dude. I was talking to somebody today. He's like, because of like the popularity of these Pop Funko boxes and stuff, it's gone everywhere.
Yeah, they're all.
Like, you can get like fruit boxes. You can
You can
get,
get like
your
a
own boxes. You
a
get
full
like,
outfit, gentleman's box, and you
I've
get a
seen stuff
full
like that.
outfit.
You can
I have
get.
seen
I saw this one. I was thinking about my mom when I saw it. They have one. It's like yarn of the month because she does like these little.
The gift that
rags.
keeps giving the whole year.
She
awesome.
makes these like dish rags. And we saw them at the store. We can't keep them in.
Wow.
Something for like $2
Really?
a piece. Yeah.
Nice, nice.
And I was
I
like,
gotta bring my mama's rice bags over there. You
I was
ever done
like,
those?
Yarn of the month.
Dude, that's
Rice
awesome.
bags is something we can eat.
No, what it is,
Oh.
it's a heating pad. You just nuke it in the microwave for a couple of minutes.
Mm-hmm.
I use that thing every night.
Mm-hmm.
Every night.
That's cool.
Come put corner to quite a turn here.
Dude, rice bags.
We turned into the Golden Girl podcast.
What ointments are you using on your...
Let me tell you about my valerian root.
Connor just turned off the podcast now. He goes, I ain't listening to my dad talk about the rice bags tonight.
Well, it
Dude.
goes back to the samurai, which are the turtles.
Yes. It's all part of
Hey,
martial
I would like to
arts.
apologize to our listening public.
It's all part of martial arts. You have to learn the deadly stuff, but you got to learn the healing art.
That's right. Ointments.
You're going to be a true master.
You have the triple bacteria.
Hey, let's finish up the turtles on this note. I definitely recommend it. It's a great read. It's
Highly
fun.
recommend it, for
Yep.
sure.
And now the whole series is out. You can buy it single or
there
collected.
There should be a trade paperback coming out really soon.
Oh, dude, yeah.
It's a good miniseries. I love the miniseries, how they can...
I love
You
a
have-
miniseries.
You
Love
have
it.
free reign to do whatever you want in a miniseries because it's just going to reset. It's going to end.
It's
Yeah.
like a really drawn out one shot.
Yeah.
Because I'd heard someone say one time they thought instead of like how they're doing, how they keep doing the rebirths and stuff, just Bray could just have like 6-issue series, and then next one 6-issue series.
I could not agree with you more, or at least a limited series, like a 12 issue.
Yeah.
I've always
whatever.
said like 4 to 12 is perfect.
Because I hate when there is no end.
Right.
I want a story, and I'm sorry, even though a serialized story, it has to have an ending, unless it's Lost. If it's the TV show Lost, it has no ending
No
worth.
ending.
Dude,
Yeah.
it sucked. That
Still hurts my soul.
And that's everybody was left feeling empty.
Yep.
All right, the next one I finished Huck
Oh yeah.
1
Now.
through 6. Have you read that?
Yes.
Oh, you did.
Yes.
That's-
I downloaded it.
And did you find that you said there was one that was missing?
I did find it. I couldn't find number 4 for the longest time, but I did find it.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what? Me too. I know exactly what you're talking about. I had that
And?
same struggle.
I know. Go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say, you said last time, I said, because I loved the first 2 issues,
Mm-hmm.
loved it, and I said, did it finish out as strong? You're like, yeah, I agree with you.
I mean, I was like, to me, like the first 2 was like 9.5s, 9.5s, and then toward the end, I was like, yeah, you kind of. I mean, you didn't lose me.
No, you didn't lose me either. In fact,
But-
it's gonna be something that I'm glad I read. It wasn't like, dude, they blew it. They
Yeah.
didn't. But it's hard to follow up that initial premise.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say it was a completely original story that I really, really, really enjoyed.
Yeah.
So I didn't like it as much as you two guys did. I didn't hate it. I didn't find anything I didn't particularly like about it. It didn't draw me in as much as you guys had hyped it up, I don't think.
I think the promise of the first 2 issues made me. I was hoping for more at the end, and even though it was good, it was just regular good at the end.
I had
See,
a
to
lot
me-
of questions
To
about
me,
it.
it made it through 3.5 issues where I thought this is amazing.
Yeah, I would say that.
And then after that, I could feel it kind of falling off a little bit, but I really liked it.
It
I liked
almost,
it a lot.
it almost felt to me like they were kind of making it up as they were going.
Yeah, I don't know. I think
All right, the robot dude that was hunting them. In one issue, he's in a bar playing pool, and he's like, he sees Huck on TV, and he's like, "That's my brother."
Mhm.
That is completely out of context. He turns into a robot that's sole job was to hunt Huck down.
yeah, but if he was infiltrating, he'd be kind of mingling.
Yeah, I mean,
But he wasn't doing that. He didn't have AI or any sentient like that. He was just a straight up robot. He even says later, he's like, "I don't fear death. I'm just a robot. I don't think about stuff like
But yeah,
that."
like a toaster being unplugged.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I didn't have that
I mean,
feeling.
to me, I took that as just he's looking for Huck and he's trying to find him anywhere he can.
Right.
I think it was just a red herring to
Really? Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't see that at all.
Yeah,
I didn't see
just
it like
kind of
that.
bring us out like, "Oh, hey, he's a robot."
But I will tell you this: I love the art.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic art. I love that kind of style. I just, it's a similar and a popular style right now.
It is, yeah.
And I like it. It's got like a little touch of classic, maybe even like 1940s type,
Maybe.
trying to say pinup poster looking, like Huck's face and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Sort
And then, kind of toned down a little bit, comic booky, the rest of it. I do like it though.
I like the character. I would actually like to see an animated movie. I think that'd be really cool.
Yeah, I think it could. I don't know if I'd use the same story.
Well, I will say this one thing I found really interesting. Do you notice how the panels where he was running
Oh yeah.
had that weird kind of run, and then you see other people running they had that same pose when they're running?
No, I have to look into that
Didn't notice
now.
that, no.
It's
I did love
the
how
one arm and the one arm's back, and it's got like almost looks
Fred
like,
Flintstone
Yeah,
style.
it's almost like instead of like having one leg out in front, it's like one was almost straight and one was bent, kind of like with a little lean forward a little bit.
Oh no, I do. I do remember that, and I like that. That's almost like
But it felt like they were all kind of had that little pose.
yeah.
running through it.
Same. That guy had one really good running thing that he
Yeah,
liked
he's
to
like,
do.
he's like, I don't know how else to do this, so that's how we're doing it. But like I say, I really enjoy the whole thing.
What would you give it on a 1 to 10?
For the entire thing,
Well, First, Batman, because we didn't score that. Let's keep this into perspective.
Batman. Oh man.
Batman Turtles?
I'm gonna say probably about 9,
Okay.
maybe slightly higher than that because I thought it was
9.5 maybe.
Maybe not quite 9.5, but right in that ballpark.
I go something like at 9.2, 9.5.
Yeah, I'm right there too.
I was
What about,
very pleased with that one.
what about Huck?
Huck, at the first couple, I was like, they're
Those were 9s.
Yeah, and then it come down for me. I'm gonna say about a 8.5.
Okay. I don't think I would go that high. I think maybe a 7.
It's low for me, 6.5, 7.
Yeah.
I could live without this one.
Yeah.
Too
But
late now.
This one is as harsh as I'm being on it. I really did like it, and I could see me reading it, again. At least the first couple issues.
Yeah.
It didn't do for me as much as like Superman, American Alien.
Which
first couple things
the
did.
last issue that came out today, so now I'm going to start reading that whole series.
Okay.
Yep, and you know what? I just got that one that I looked at, like saying, you know what, they should be finished up. That was today.
Yep.
All right,
Issue 7 came out today.
dude, I could take and have that done by next week too.
Nice.
Okay, and what about you guys? Did you have new?
Me or you?
Go ahead, D.
All right, this one you guys haven't read yet is,
What is it?
Poe.
Ah, yes.
Poe. It's Edgar Allan Poe. Because you said, is that Poe?
Podemeron.
Skadoosh?
Podemeron.
Is that from this year?
This was on 2000. It's either 2008 or 9. I want to say 2009.
Oh, okay, cool.
I did think I do think I found it then.
Mm-hmm.
I think they had one then and then 2014. And each issue was like a full story.
Oh no, the 4 issues made the full
Oh, okay,
story.
okay. Well,
so
they
you know
had-
what? They might have had a trade paperback version of it then.
I gotcha.
All
I
four in
gotcha.
one.
Oh, cool.
But I really liked it. It was kind of like, to me, it felt like a combination of a paranormal investigator with mixed with Sherlock.
That premise sounds cool.
What was his personality in this?
Well, he was kind of mad. And not,
Crazy
not,
mad
not
or
yeah,
angry?
kind of crazy mad. Because what brought this on? Spoilers, y'all want that?
Go ahead.
It's not gonna hurt. Go ahead.
All right. Well, it was because his wife had died, and it triggered him being able to have these visions and seeing people that were they had actually had him in an asylum, and he could see this child, this like little girl who had committed suicide in the room that he was in, and she was just dangling there from a beam.
Wild.
That would not
Yeah,
struggle
and
with that.
and someone and his brother was like that, y'all, not his, wasn't the brother, I don't think it was his brother, but they were trying to, they felt like, look, you're driving, these people want you out, so we got to get you out of here. And on the way a case breaks out, so now he's helping with his case, and that's how the story goes on and progresses.
Did you ever see that movie about Poe with John Cusack?
Yeah.
Was it kind of like that? Like
Um,
detective horror? That's kind of what his was.
Kind of a little bit, yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Because I didn't even know. I watched it
Mm-hmm.
when it was, I just caught it one time and I couldn't stop. I was like,
That's
"Ah,
back
this
when
is-
John Cusack made good movies.
he's good, man." But some of his choices.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, now he's kind of like Nicolas Cage, like, I'm going to do anything that's thrown my way.
What is the artwork in this book like?
I really enjoyed it.
What style?
You know what? I don't know styles from styles. I'm not that kind of guy. I'm just like, I just watch, look and go, this is something I like.
Okay.
It's something I don't like. It's not mosaics, I can tell you that.
Not mosaics. Was it a black and white book or a color book?
Color book. Not a coloring book, but yes.
Yeah.
But honestly, like I said, it's from Boom Studios.
I love
Yeah,
Boom.
They're doing a lot of good stuff.
I love them. And I tell you who else I like? Ape.
Not Valiant.
I don't know if I can know what they do.
Gosh, what used to come out? I know they've got like an Alice Cooper one that just come out.
Oh, okay, yeah. You know what? I don't know if that's. Do they do like Grim Fairy Tales and all that kind of
I
stuff?
want to say they do, but
Yeah.
I want to say yes, but I think so.
All right, cool. Now, Boom, I really like, and I like a lot of the stuff that they've got out. The artwork, a lot of the artists and the teams they got on there are really good. What do you got, Josh?
Let's see. Let's talk about. You want to get into Super Zero? Let's do it.
Yep.
How many issues are you guys in?
Is it
it's
5 or 6? Five?
Five's out so far.
All right, so issues 1 through 4 are
Mhm.
like one story, and then issue 5 completely changes
Yeah,
the
they
paradigm
put
of the whole story.
Yeah, it just switches.
Yeah.
Seems like out of nowhere it switches.
Do you want to know about this one, or you think you're gonna read it?
Yeah, I like the first two. I'll go
Okay.
out. You guys keep talking.
Oh, he's gonna go read them right now.
I'll go and just read.
Think you'll read it by the time you hear the podcast, so it doesn't spoil it for
Well,
you.
you got locked in. You can't even get out.
They're gonna talk about it. I gotta go.
That's your cue to come back when I say that. All right.
He's going to be on the phone outside. He's not going to show back up.
No, he's probably not. But I think this is probably my favorite new comic out of what's came out recently because, you got Captain, you got Spider-Man, you got the X-Men, but we know those characters for
Yep.
decades and
Forever, yep.
decades. Yeah, so something new and fresh thrown at us. I'm really enjoying it.
Yeah, I mean, I love the reason I actually started it is because it's from the people that created Harley Quinn.
Oh, okay.
Not created, excuse me. They're doing the new Harley Quinn.
Gotcha.
And was it Jimmy Palmiotti and Amanda Connor?
Mm.
So right away I was like, well, let me check that out. And that in the art style is kind of similar to
Uh-huh.
the Harley, and it drew me in the story of it.
That's a good find
Yeah.
because I probably would have never found it had you not found
Yeah,
that.
this teenage girl who's trying to become a superhero.
Yeah, and it's set like in the real world. There are no actual superheroes,
Yeah.
but she's totally convinced that she can actually become a superhero.
Yeah, the first one's trying to become Batman.
Uh
Second one, and the second one to me was actually my favorite one,
huh. Yeah.
where she tried to become Spider-Man.
And she's still dealing with the repercussions of that.
she just has, I mean, and I gotta give it to her. She come up with quite the plan.
No kidding.
She was doing some serious scheming. Gets her friends to go try to get some spiders for her,
Uh-huh.
and she picks on 3 bullies, and gets just the snot beat out
Lets
of her.
them beat the crap out of her to the point where she would need X-rays to make sure she was okay.
Yeah, because she wanted those spiders so she could go have the radiation from the X-rays turn
Mhm.
into radioactive spiders. Like that's some serious scheming.
And I love how every one of her plots, they don't just fizzle out.
Yeah.
They go hysterically wrong.
Hysterically, because her friend was like, "I knew you didn't like spiders, so I got you red ants."
Red fire ants.
Red fire ants, and the bag busts open. Now she's got ants biting her all over.
She gets head to toe ant bites all over her body. She
Oh.
runs out of the X-ray screaming. It's hilarious.
It is hilarious.
And then she tries to summon a demon in the next one so
Mhm.
she could make a pact with a demon to get
Yep.
superpowers. Then the dog, she has her little pentagram circle on the ground. She's got her candles lit. And the household dog runs in, grabs a candle, and takes off running, spewing fire all throughout the house. Almost burns her sister's bedroom down. Like, this is great.
It's hilarious.
But it's like sometimes you feel inspired by this girl. Sometimes you feel bad for her because besides that, she's just this regular girl. She goes to high school. You kind of get the feeling that she may not be book smart, smarter than all the rest, but she's just smarter than everybody else there. Like, she's just got this grasp on the world,
Yeah.
really. But then she's got just this whole superhero thing
Yeah,
going
I mean,
on.
it's like I feel like she's got this grasp of the world, and then she's mentally something ain't quite right.
She fully believes that
Drusilla is her name.
yeah. She fully believes the world is going to end. Like,
Mhm.
it's on the 6th cycle. It keeps getting reset.
Mhm.
Kind of like the Matrix, the way, was it what was the name of their city?
Zion.
Zion, yeah.
Zion.
How Zion just keeps resetting and they
Mhm.
keep going through the world. It's kind of like that. She thinks they're on the 6th cycle and she has to become a superhero to become the hero the world
Yeah.
needs to stop it. And she fully believes
And
this.
one of the things that for me, I still don't know for sure, is they have these glimpses of
Mhm.
her flying around in a superhero outfit, and we don't know, is this her future?
Because what those are is every time, like when she fought the bully, she got
Yeah.
knocked out, or
Mhm.
some other time she was training and she knocked herself out,
Yeah,
or
that was the funny. She knocked herself out.
even when she sleeps at night or something, she's having these dreams of, like you said, she's actually that superhero she wants to
Mhm.
be. But it's a progressing story. Like, she'll go to sleep, she'll dream up to a certain point, and then the next time they show the dream, it picks right back up and it progresses.
Mhm.
So, like you said, we don't really know, is this a dream? Is this a flash forward?
A flashback.
Is a flashback? What could it? Is it an alternate world? What's going on?
Yeah, and
It's fascinating.
Yeah.
I love it.
and the last, was it 4? She was trying to become the Fantastic Four.
Yeah, yeah.
Get on she
She comes up with this genius plot
uh-huh.
to do this too.
Yeah, she gets on a space shuttle.
She actually infiltrates NASA, gets
Uh-huh.
on a spaceship.
Get a spaceship and goes to the International Space Station.
Yeah.
Like, are you kidding me?
Now, before she did that, one little thing I wanted to bring up was that
Mhm.
moment with her best friend's dad.
Yeah.
That was just amazing. The way
Mhm.
they wrote that, that was
Yeah.
great because her best friend had been getting abused by her stepdad.
Mhm.
I don't think like girly
Yeah,
abuse,
like
but just like
sexually
physical,
abused,
yeah, physically abused.
Yeah.
She would show up with bruises and stuff like that. And she sent her friend and this army vet, the one that she had hired to try to mug her parents like Batman, so she would become Batman. The parents had actually let him stay in the yard, sleep in a tent, and he's kind of training her on how to do self-defense and stuff. So Drew sends her best friend and this guy off to the store down the
Mhm.
road so she can go over there and talk to the dad. And you kind of feel for the dad, you know, they don't paint him to be this monster that's just this guy you want to kill or something. It's like,
Yeah.
you know, we've known you our whole lives. You were a good guy, but you've just had this bad progression in life. You've gotten into this funk and you've gone to a really bad place, and it's like, I got some blackmail on you. I've recorded you doing this to my friend. I'll give it to the cops. And she's like, if you do it ever again, I'll kill you myself. And you got this skinny little 80-pound 16-year-old girl, but I believed her. It's
Yeah,
like,
I was the same way.
it don't take much to operate a gun or something. She'll come back over there.
This guy was sobbing. He was.
Yeah.
You could tell he was broken.
He broke down at that moment. That was great, man. Like, she gave him a hug, and they went off on good terms. And the friend had actually been watching through the window outside, and she just embraces her and gives her this great big hug, like, I love you for doing that and stuff. It was awesome, awesome scene. And that was only a few panels that they did all that in.
Yeah,
it was awesome.
And it was one thing I later on. We're still talking.
Like 1 or 2 minutes.
You still got more?
Yeah.
Good Lord, I said
It's-
screw on me now.
It's like
awesome
it's like the UFC. But
Let me talk about Conor McGregor.
now in the last issue.
Now it completely changed.
Complete U-turn out of nowhere, and she's on the International Space Station with these two. Are they cosmonauts?
One, the lady was Russian. The other guy was from Texas, and I forget where the third guy was
Yeah,
from.
and she knew all about these people, and she's talking to them, and they're not jiving with who they're really supposed to be.
Yeah, I think the first one was a mistake, and she did it on purpose. With the second two,
Yeah.
she would ask them questions about themselves, and she would just change one little detail, like get their middle name wrong, or like the city they're from. Like, you're from Houston, Texas, when really they were from Dallas, Texas.
Yeah.
And they never called her on the mistakes, so
Yeah.
she's like, what's going on
Something
here?
ain't right here. And then the end of it.
The big reveal, man, it blew my mind. I was like, what?
Yeah. They just walk out of the space station into like some.
The vastness of space and
Yeah.
disappear. Like,
Yeah.
what? They're in the spaceship in this room. They open the air hatch without spacesuits.
Yeah.
She's peeking through a window. She sees them do this, and they just walk out into space. And she's like, what just happened?
Yeah, because I was kind of like, wait, whoa, what's going on here?
So the curious teenage girl, she goes and does it too.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm going to follow him. I'm going to see
Yeah.
what's going on. And she's standing out in space, outside of the space station, looking around like,
Yeah.
what's going on up here? And then she walks into
It
an alien
an
spacecraft.
alien spacecraft. I was like, what just happened here?
And their faces were different, right? They
Yeah.
looked like aliens at
Yeah.
that point. Yeah.
Mhm.
They were actually aliens. And that's where the comic ends. She walks in on 3 aliens in a spaceship.
So my thing is, did she hit her head
Yeah.
or something when she was in the space shuttle?
Yeah, because on her way there, she was in the cage, like
Beside-
in the
beside
rocket.
some monkeys.
Yeah, on the way there. And I think she said it was like a 13-hour flight to get to the space station. And she's like, I'll take a little nap or whatever. So is she still asleep? Is she still in that nap?
Yeah.
And, I really hope they don't do that, because that
Yeah.
would have been a complete throwaway to that entire issue.
Mhm.
It'd be like,
Yep.
this entire issue was just a dream. That would kind of be like, I don't know about that.
It was something I was kind of joking about, and it would kind of be interesting, is if later on in life she actually turns into Harley Quinn.
That would be amazing.
Because I was thinking, I was like, well, it's the same people that do both comics. Like, wouldn't that be an interesting twist at the end?
Mm-hmm.
M. Night Shyamalan, eat your heart out.
Shamalamaling-dong.
Because that would have been awesome
What a twist.
with the twist.
That would be awesome, though.
Should we get Troy back yet?
I guess so.
All right. And when we come back, we'll talk more about Super Zero.
We actually got to talk a little bit. We'll let him back in. Troy, what time is it?
Ah, great day.
9:52.
I didn't.
17:38.
17:38.
So let's talk about Super Zero, dude. It's so cool.
That's
Yeah,
a
it's
good
awesome.
book.
We were just sitting here talking about UFC while you were out there.
Yes,
Okay,
yes,
cool.
yes.
As long as it wasn't anything important.
We got to get our McGregor weekly update. He's kind of been quiet this week, actually.
Yeah.
It's
Okay,
because
we're
they
skipping
shut
that.
him
We're not
up.
talking about that anymore. Civil War II.
Have not read it yet.
No.
No.
No. All right. Well, I'll pass that one then.
Is it good?
You just got it today on the world. I got a job.
I had a job too, but I got off work and I read it.
Worth the read?
What time did you get off work?
Actually, I was off today.
Giggity.
Yeah. I got a job, dude. Not
I
today,
had to-
you didn't.
I had to take a nap after I got my comic books.
That's a
So
good day
sad.
right there.
I actually didn't work today.
Little rainy day, read some comics. That's a good
Yeah.
day. What do you think?
But
Is it worth the
they
read?
had one that came out on Free Comic Book Day.
Yeah, that was
And
a
then
prelude or something.
I guess, and then this one was issue 0.
Yeah, it's actually issue 0, not 1.
Yeah, exactly. I made the same. I was like, wait, what? And it felt like two completely different stories to me, but that's why I want y'all to read them. Y'all
I hate
decide.
when they do that. I've seen that so much. It's like, what was the point of that story? It doesn't even flow into this.
I mean, maybe it's gonna be mixed in somewhere, but I was like, something didn't feel right to me. I don't know.
Those free comic day comics, though, they're just throwaways. They're ads to make you want to buy the comics. All they are.
Yeah.
What, the free comic book
Well,
day?
some of them are actual, the real comic that they just kind of reissued.
I didn't get any of those. Every single one I got was like 3 pages of comic, and then buy the issue, and here's another issue to read or something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah,
Every single one I picked up was like that.
Yeah, I stopped caring about them after the choices got to be kind of like more broad but more lame too.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, it's not my thing. I go buy what I want.
Did either one of y'all? I'm guessing y'all probably didn't. It was 4001 AD
No.
that come out last week.
I did see that. I did not read it, but I did flip through that one. What'd you think?
I thought it was, very interesting because they have what they call New Japan, and it's like floating above Earth, and the ruler of it, he's father, and there's a virus breaking out on it, so he's slowly breaking off part of New Japan to trying to get rid of this virus.
Wow.
And there's people that were on there trying to get to father to get rid of him.
Yep.
Is there a hero component, or is it more like a future story?
Right now, I think there's some heroes in it, and then there's father. I think he's supposed to be the villain in it. But issue 1 is kind of like we're building the backstory. I think for the future of this comic. I think I heard it was gonna be a 6-issue miniseries.
Oh, I see. That's my cup of tea.
And this one's also by Valiant,
Oh, cool.
and I like the artwork in this one as well too.
Nice.
I'll tell you this too. I like waiting until they are all collected. I can rip through a comic now. They seem so much shorter. I mean, I can literally
Some
rip
do
through
and
them in
some
5
don't.
minutes.
Some
kinda-
are, some
Yeah,
aren't.
I kind of feel like some are actually a little thicker than they used to be.
Really?
Some of the Marvel ones are. They're
Yeah,
like
well,
books.
I got one of the Marvel ones the other day, and it was $6.
Yeah.
Well, something like
Yeah,
that. I
and
mean,
it
I
was-
would consider that probably out of the norm. That's a
Yeah.
special book,
Yeah.
right?
It
Yeah.
what was it? Was it X-Men versus Infinity?
Avengers versus
Avengers versus Infinity, yeah.
That is a big one. That's got like 4 different stories in it.
Oh, does it?
You know what? That's what I was gonna wonder if they
Because
were
I
collecting.
just got that one, and I haven't read it yet. It was like, looks interesting. Anyway.
It does look kind of cool.
I bet you I went through the whole Batman Ninja Turtles thing inside of 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man,
Yeah.
speed reader over here.
Yeah.
Well, you know what?
It
Not
does me
really
like-
though. I don't
like
feel
it.
that way.
I mean, when I'm reading them, I like really absorbing them.
Yeah, checking out the panel.
I do
seeing
not
what's going
rush
on.
because I don't want to rush either. But sometimes
Hey.
it's almost like when I eat
You did
Captain
back-
Crunch.
going.
Give me another bite.
You did.
Fruity Pebbles,
Hey,
baby.
He's like back in when he was youth.
Eat
He
it.
did get that speed reading thing, just flipping through the pages really quick.
Going
I've
flash
tried-
mode.
If I read it that quick, I'd be like skimming.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, to read 6 issues in 20 minutes, yeah.
I'm telling you,
It's
man.
impressive.
Yeah.
I hate to say this because it might have felt like 20 minutes. I could have been there for 2 hours. You know, I
very-
might
it's
have-
very
I
true.
will say that I have done that.
Yeah, it's very true. You'll be sitting there, and all of a sudden, it's like, where'd the sun go?
Yeah.
It's
Dude, I'm
nighttime.
telling you, I do that. Like, I'll be surfing the web, and all of a sudden, I'm like, all right, I've been sitting here for 3 hours and have found really absolutely nothing.
Don't ever play World of Warcraft. You're
Don't worry,
like,
I'm not.
I'm gonna log on real quick, and now I've got a beard.
I thought you said a beer.
Nah, we get Mountain Dew and nachos and stuff, and just
Nachos.
never get up.
Dude,
Nah,
making
you
me
pig
hungry talking about nachos, man.
You got another one?
I'll bring one up. We talked about it a little bit last week. Was Deadpool versus Thanos?
Mm-hmm.
It's just a 4-issue run.
What was it? I did not know that.
It's hilarious though. Like they both. The reason they're together in this comic is they both had like a little affair with the character Death.
Yeah, that's Thanos' love.
It's Thanos' love, but she actually favors Deadpool a little more.
Is that a comic, twist to it? I mean, is it they play it serious?
They play that piece of it serious.
Oh,
she
dang.
she goes to Deadpool, so the premise of the thing is Death goes missing, so everything in the universe stops dying. And you think, okay, that might be kind of cool. You live forever, but
Population problems.
everything stops dying. Bacteria stops dying. So diseases that they've cured aren't cured anymore. You're sitting there rotting. Your flesh is rotting. You're not dying. Carnivores,
That is such a neat way to look at that.
That is interesting.
carnivores that need to eat meat, they're eating beings that are not dying while they're eating them.
Oh, ouch.
Yeah, just all kinds of crazy
Stop!
stuff was going on.
Wow.
So Deadpool, he's like, all right, it's got to be Thanos. Thanos has got to do something. So he goes into space. He finds Thanos. In the actual fight, the Deadpool versus Thanos, Thanos just beats him into a puddle into the ground. Like nothing is left but a little puddle of blood and like one little piece of his cloth of his costume. It's like he's done. It's like there's no fight. But during that moment, Deadpool communicates with Death, and he finds out where he is. So Thanos kind of keeps him around. Like, all right, she's not communicating to me. She'll talk to you. So I'll let you stick around, mortal, and we'll go find her and stuff like that. So
okay, cool.
they go on this adventure, and it spans from space to hell. They go down to Mephisto for a while. They go all the way to like this escalated god level where they're actually fighting like the character Eternity himself. So
Yeah.
I like a good story like that where they escalate it up to that level.
Yeah.
If we ever talk about novels and stuff, one of my favorite authors is Brandon Sanderson, and he does that. He writes some fantastic stories that escalate stuff just up to that god versus mortal level. And
That's kind of a
it's
neat idea.
It's fantastic stuff.
Infinity Gauntlet had a lot of that. You know, if you read the beginning of it, you can see where, you know, the whole Thanos and Death, you know, storyline starts coming in. So I can't wait to see what they're going to do with that with the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
I think actually in Ragnarok, it's not the character Death, but it's like Hel, Hel. She's kind of a character. So I think maybe that'll take the role of Death and have something to do with Thanos.
Man,
maybe.
I hope they don't make that kind of a change. You know, the whole idea of Death in that book was a big deal.
Yeah, yeah.
Like you were saying, I mean, it's Death.
Yeah.
If she's gone, bacteria.
That's
Yeah.
quite a twist on that.
That is
I didn't
really
even think
neat.
about that.
And there's some cool little one-liners. Like he starts out in the first issue and he's like, "What's up, Wednesday Warriors?"
Ah.
And Thor shows up and he's like, "Are you ready for a hind quarter hammering?" So it's funny.
I
It's
gotta
got,
remember that one.
Yeah.
it's got the Deadpool. He actually kills
hind
Doctor
quarter
Doom,
hammering.
but you know Doctor Doom can't die, so because nothing can die at that moment. So
Doctor Doom is one of my favorite villains of all time.
I think he was rated the most powerful.
I swear I thought
being
you
in
said he was
Marvel.
raped. I was like,
Sorry.
he did what?
Well,
Misspeak.
that would change your personality pretty quick.
That would.
Yeah.
But now I think he was rated #1 most powerful villain.
Yeah. Well,
Maybe even character.
Secret War is #1. He's the man. All right now, Spidey didn't. That's a different Deadpool miniseries, right?
That's Spidey and
Deadpool.
Deadpool, and I don't
He's
know
not
how
in
many
this?
No, I'm not sure how many issues that one's going to be. I think it's up to 3 or 4 right
It's
now.
up to 4. Yeah. I would say this. I read the first one, and
You said it was boring.
no, it's not boring. It's just confusing because every panel they're both talking,
Uh huh.
and I literally at the end of that I was like, wait, who said what? Because I mean, it's like literally they're both just sitting there talking back and forth. And I will say that they did a good job because they color coordinated the words, so I should know who's talking
Yeah.
what.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. They would
Uh,
normally like highlight a balloon like with a little yellow or something.
Yeah, I
like
think
that.
Deadpool's yellow,
And still,
yeah.
then I was like, wait, who did what at the end of that?
Dude, you get to issue 4 though. I was laughing my butt off.
You mean like out loud laugh?
Yes, yes.
Isn't that the
That's
best?
awesome.
Deadpool.
When you read
takes-
something that makes you laugh out
Yeah.
loud, you read something good.
Yep.
I won't spoil it all, but Deadpool takes Spider-Man to a club and he like brings 2 girls and like one of them's like a succubus, so Peter Parker's just like fawning over her, like, "You're beautiful."
How old is Peter Parker in this storyline?
He's an adult. I don't think he's in college. He's an actual adult.
Good art.
I
Yeah,
liked it. I
yeah,
thought that
I
was
think so,
alright.
yeah.
But I will say this: that the first 2 pages, I think it was, where I'm gonna spoil this one little bit, where they were tied together at the beginning, and what Deadpool had to do to break out of it, that was cracking me up. That was cracking me up.
It's well written. I like it. I think it's worth picking up. But good luck finding issue 1 now. It's
Yeah.
even though it's only like 3 or 4 months old, its price is going up.
I think they're
Tidewater.
up to the 4th printing on that one.
How much is the first original run print going for?
Last I saw, the first one was going for like 20 to 25.
Good.
Maybe so. Yeah.
I mean, to me that's not an absurd amount.
It's not,
But
but for
it's-
3 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, last week,
I mean, that should still be in the store.
is last week or week before last. The DC is kind of in the end of their run, but they had this thing called the Super League. They're up to issue 7. But last week was in Batman Superman, and they brought in the new character Chinese Superman.
Chinese Superman.
You told me that.
Yeah, and it's up to like $20. I mean, literally the first day it was up to
Wow.
$20.
Yeah, yeah.
I just went because I was just trying to complete the series, and so I went and picked it up for cover price, and I never thought I was like, why was this thing going so high?
I wonder how many of my books have that kind of a thing with them. Like you said, you found the Harley Quinn, and how much does that thing go for?
It's about 600.
Oh, it's going for more than that now.
Probably
It's
is, yeah.
it's up closer to $1,000 now.
I swear, it would not surprise me if I had that book.
Nice.
You know what? It would surprise me if you did, because it was more of like the
It was from the
kids-
animated series.
the kids TV show type.
The reason I say that is because I can't draw, like a legitimate artist, but I love simplistic
Simple art, yeah.
art because I do like to draw.
Something that gives you a chance.
yeah, really. It's like I can't take
I can't even draw a stick figure.
Well, I can't unless I look at it. If I look at something, I can Xerox it. That to me, there's,
It's not drawing. That's copying.
Well, it is, but it's like it's not tracing.
Yeah.
You're still looking at it and doing it, and it's copying.
Yeah.
But it's kind of taught me a little bit because I'm not an artist. Everybody, that I do the little doodles for, they'll think, "Oh, wow, man, you're an artist." I'm so not. Like I couldn't
Right.
even do tattoos. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Dave Zobel is an artist.
They do some amazing stuff.
He's
Yeah.
an artist. But anyhow, with that, I collected a lot of those kind of styles because it was like Batman animated, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, animated series, yeah.
And animation is easier to. That's why I was thinking, dude, I might have that.
I just wouldn't think you'd be
I might not,
into that
though, I mean.
that kind of more kiddie type of.
Yeah.
I
It's like
have-
in the 90s, you said you didn't even watch the shows and stuff.
I
so-
didn't, but I actually collect books. Like I literally collect
If
even
you
like
have the Harley,
Disney.
you're gonna let me have it, right?
No.
He's like, well, we'll see what it's going for on eBay.
The
Man, y'all some hating.
Hayden, why would I give you a $600 book if I was
Because
like
it's basically a piece of trash to you. That's why.
if I got it, it's because I wanted to get it.
Yeah, you threw it in the trash. Someone didn't even know.
Now I will tell you this: if I had something that you wanted that I didn't want, dude, I give it to you in a heartbeat.
Well, you don't even want that comic. But anyway.
but
It's funny you said League a minute ago and I almost started laughing.
yeah, what were you
Yeah,
laughing at?
Have you seen the latest How It Should Have Ended?
Oh, I love those. It's like a little thing on
Like
on
Screen
you-
Rant, something like that.
YouTube.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's like how this movie should have ended.
They did Batman versus Superman.
Oh no, I didn't see
Yeah,
it.
it was hilarious. And then at the end, Wonder Woman's sitting with them. They always, no matter what the movie is
Yeah.
about, they always have Superman and Batman in a cafe talking about what movie they're talking about.
Yeah.
So they're sitting there talking about their own movie, and then Wonder Woman's there.
Batman.
Yeah, that's his thing. He's always like, because I'm Batman.
Oh,
So Wonder Woman's sitting there, and she's like, so we should start like some sort of league or something, and we'll hand out justice. And Wonder Woman's like, so like the Avengers? He's like, no, nothing like that. Nothing like that at all.
dude, they're too good.
Those things are
They
hilarious.
get me laughing out loud. They're hilarious.
I mean, because some of the stuff they point, I'm like, yep, you're absolutely right. That movie could end in 10 minutes.
Lois is talking to Superman, and Superman's giving her the little spiel like, you're my world, and blah blah blah. And Batman's like, give me that spear, and he's like, because I'm Batman. He just stabs him. That's great.
Is that a YouTube thing you can find?
Yeah. They have a channel with tons of movies
Yeah,
that
just
they've
look
done.
up how it should have ended.
How it should have been.
Yeah, I can watch that. Those things,
Yeah,
a
those
couple of the ones
things-
you guys have sent me to, I have laughed my
I mean,
butt
those things
off.
are like 5-minute long. and
They're
that's
great.
About it.
They are.
I
They-
went and
things are
found
great.
Roadhouse from Family Guy. That made me laugh.
That is hilarious.
Hey, where you at with the new X-Men, Extraordinary X-Men?
I think I'm 5 or 6 in.
Okay.
They broke through the little dome. in
Okay.
Limbo.
Okay, I just bought the first two, so I haven't even started yet.
Okay. They're
It's
getting
good.
They're getting into Apocalypse Wars, and I won't tell you what's going on, but the 4 horsemen are Deadpool, Moon Knight, Venom Symbiote, and Colossus. I was
Oh.
like, just those 4 characters as the 4 horsemen, because they always get imbued with more power and like kind of change their physical look and stuff.
Yeah. Like Angel was real big about that
Yeah.
with Archangel.
And like Venom Symbiote, it's not a person, it's just the symbiote, so it's like just this giant blob monster thing with these big teeth and stuff. I was
Well, let
like,
me
"That's
tell you,
awesome."
the best thing that I've kind of liked about that book so far is they're changing. How would I put it?
The core team.
Well, it's not so much they're changing the core team; they're changing the way they're normally being used.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so that's why I'm kind of very interested about the Four Horsemen you just named. All right, let me see what you guys did because I really
'Cause those
liked
are
what they
awesome
did.
characters.
Those are
It's like, what are they
great.
gonna do with those?
Show me your version of like the Four Horsemen with those.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool, dude.
Have you gotten to the part where they found the little girl that can see the portals and stuff?
You just now.
That's cool,
Yeah,
right?
dude, that is cool.
They took her to Doctor Strange. Like, what can you do for this girl?
Ah, dude, that's something next week I'll talk about. I'm telling you, Doctor Strange, the new storyline is incredible. It's the first story of Doctor Strange I've ever read.
I've
And
got
I-
2
and
through
I love
7.
it.
I gotta find issue number 1 so I can start it.
Oh, dude, hey, that is why I kind of wanted to get into Poe. Like you said, it had that same kind of thing: a little detective, a little magic, a little horror,
Supernatural stuff.
Yeah, that's exactly Doctor Strange. Oh,
One
cool
of-
stuff.
One I've read like that is called Wraithborn Redux. Now this was a comic.
that.
It was a comic in the '90s called Wraithborn. So they got Wraithborn Redux, which it's a retelling of the story. They've kind of changed the art and they've kind of added some panels to kind of expand the story. So it's kind of the same comic, but like an updated version.
Now, what is the wraiths in this? What is it? Just a ghost, a demon?
No. It's kind of a cool premise. It's like this church of people that have carried on this power, and they'll train somebody for years and they'll give them this power. So the current Wraithborn, he's got these daggers, and when you have the power of the Wraithborn, you can see ghosts and ghouls and stuff all around you.
Oh, cool.
And they can
I
see
love
you
that.
too, so they're coming after you.
They
trying to
can
kill
see
you.
that you can see them.
You're the only threat to them in this world. So they want to kill you. So they're constantly coming after you, and they can slice. And it's this big hulking colossus dude, and they're training the next guy. He's ready. He's prepared. He's like, hand it on to me. But the big dude is out on a mission, and they get to him. They finally get him, and they start killing him. So he's got to hand the power off, or the power ends. If you die with the power, it's done. So he's got to hand it off. The only person around is this 16-year-old little awkward girl. And they kind of show her backstory while they're telling this story at the same time. And he's like, I'm so sorry I have to do this to you. Find this guy. He'll help you. He'll train you. Take the power. And she picks it up.
And it's like a curse.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah.
jeez. It's funny you said that Doctor Strange has that ability. He can see the spirit world.
Yeah.
And as he's walking down the street, everybody's just walking like this. Nobody can see anything. And there might be this huge, giant depression slug that is on your neck, and just is like, the size of a semi. And you're just walking like depressed. And it's
Yeah.
because he's on you.
That's amazing.
And he's the doctor. He has to like, let me doctor you up. Right, get out of here. She's getting all of a sudden, man, I feel a lot
I
better.
feel so much better. That is sweet.
Yeah, that's
and
good.
I like it because it's still got that '90s kind of art. So it's got like almost like The Crow, that alternative time.
Oh, I like
with all
that.
and the girls with the chokers and stuff. I'm like, hey,
Hey, is this a new book that is being done now, or is
yeah,
this
they're
a
only up
throwback?
to issue like 3, I think.
But 2016?
Yep.
Oh, wow, cool.
Yep, 3 just came out.
And it's
2
called
weeks ago, I think.
Wraithborn.
Wraithborn. Yeah.
Very
That's
cool.
it.
It's a very cool
Yeah,
story.
check
I
that
like
out.
it. Yeah.
I think one last one, because there's actually another one I want to get in that I know you like as well.
I got
But-
one more too.
But one is Klaus, or Claus.
Haven't heard of that.
I have, yeah.
It's they're up to. I just started it.
With
so-
a K?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just read the first one and I thought it was really really good.
What's the basic premise?
You know what? The first issue, I'm thinking it's supposed to be like a Santa Claus pre-story.
That's kind of what I thought it sounded
But I
like.
mean, he's a beast though.
Killer
I mean, he's got these big, huge muscles and stuff, and it's like this
Klaus.
is yeah, and
I am Klaus.
because it goes
Want some bratwurst, please.
because that's German to me. When I see with the K, I'm like, that's Klaus. That's not Claus.
Right.
And
right.
and Chris next door at Untamed Worlds, he was like, no, that's Claus. I'm like, nah, that's German, dude. That's Klaus.
I'm thinking though. I
Oh,
like your
Chris.
argument because I'd probably look at that too.
Yeah.
Especially if he looks like that.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure the book is probably Claus.
But I think Santa Claus, the whole Kris Kringle thing, I think wasn't that actually in
It
Germany?
came in Germany. Yeah.
Yeah.
I took German. It's like, yeah, that's like a big story.
Yeah.
Klaus.
Yeah, it came from Germany.
I am Santa
Uh,
Claus.
the angel on the tree came from this girl who got sick, and they didn't have trees in the house at the time because they put candles on them.
Mhm.
But
I'll look that up.
but she passed away in the middle of the night, and the next day, she was the angel on the tree.
Mm.
That's kind of like an old story back in the day. Yeah, that's
gotcha.
she didn't die. She became an angel,
Oh
Yeah.
wow, cool.
and I thought that's a pretty cool story. Not some horrific story. But
Right.
Every time a bell rings, Angel gets his wings.
Uh-huh.
Do you watch that every Christmas Eve?
I do. It's one of my favorite movies.
I do too.
I love it. It's a wonderful life. I absolutely love it. I mean, sometimes I'll say it. I'll get down and depressed. I'm like George Bailey.
It happens, right?
Yeah, and I watched that movie like in the middle of summer. I've been busted it out and watching it again.
Dude, I that's a good time. All those movies, Jimmy Stewart, that time frame, Mickey Rooney.
Harry,
Dude,
Harry,
you stupid old goat.
you're just sitting back there behind that. It's like a spider.
Well, you're not going to
Spinning
talk
your-
about my dad like
Spinning
that.
your creepy little spider web.
Got to work on my Jimmy Stewart.
Don't we both?
Yeah, I wasn't gonna dig.
No, it's a fact.
Dude. Now you said you had one more story,
One
and then we're
more
gonna wrap
I'm
it
just,
up.
I'm just
'cause we're
curious
getting long on
if
the
it's
tooth.
the same one that I was thinking. That's what start for you.
I was gonna bring up Avengers Standoff.
Nope.
This
That's
one's
not the
gonna.
one.
I just picked it up because the cover is just a plain yellow Manila-looking folder
I-
that's
I-
got Avengers Standoff typed
Yeah,
on
I
it.
do have that one. I haven't
Yeah.
even read it yet.
It's a very interesting story. It's almost like a mystery story. Like this dude ends up in this town called Pleasant Hill, and he's trying to leave. He feels like something's just not right here, and people keep getting in his way or something. He can't get out. He finally gets to the edge of the city, and it's almost like the Truman Show. It's like the town ends.
Love the Truman Show.
That was good.
It's like the town just ends. Like you can't go any further. He's like, what is going on here?
Right now, I'm thinking of Pleasantville, which I just watched the other day.
That's another
It's kind of
good
on those
find.
lines. Yeah.
Claus and this are good finds. That's interesting to me. Both of these.
Come to find out, it's a very well-known character that this guy is, because the cosmic cube kind of becomes sentient, and it becomes a little girl, and she creates this reality to put supervillains in.
Okay, enough. This.
Yes.
How many
good.
issues is this up to?
I've only got 2, but I think it's more than that.
Yes, I've got the first one, and I thought about getting more of them.
I'm gonna read
I just
both
never
of these tonight.
All right, one last little thing I want to hit on really, really fast. X-Men 92.
Uh-huh.
I read the first 2 of them, and after the second one, I was like,
It's not the comic book X-Men number 92.
No,
the
it's
name of
X-Men-
the story
it's X-Men
is
92,
X-Men.
X-Men, yeah.
They're up to issue 3 or 4.
3.
And after the second one, I was like, I just feel like, I mean, I love the artwork. I mean, it's just like out of the old X-Men TV show.
That's kind of the draw they did.
But I just, when I'm reading, I'm just like, I think I can just go and just watch the cartoon.
Yeah, I mean,
And I
it's
don't even really need to read the comic.
it's new stories that they didn't do. It's kind of like expanding on that, but I mean, it's not
with that
as
style.
yeah, it's not as amazing as I was hoping it would be.
Yeah. I thought you will really like it, but I mean,
I'll keep reading
here's
it.
the thing. I enjoyed it, but it still just felt like something I could just go watch the cartoon.
Right.
But,
Yeah,
I mean, like I said, I didn't think it was bad at all.
I'll keep reading it for sure, but it's not like my favorite thing out right now. And yeah, I wanted a good X-Men story. I
Yeah.
looked through all of them, the all-new X-Men, the Uncanny X-Men, and I think Extraordinary is probably my favorite right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna
I'm
start on that
digging
too.
it.
I'm gonna start on that.
I'm digging it because it's kind of like an old school feeling to it.
Uh-huh.
You know, like because they do so many things where the teams are so disbanded feeling.
Yeah.
These guys have to unite as a team, and I love that. I know it's like just maybe redone to death. It's like, dude, that's not original. I don't care.
That's kind of what I was looking for. I want my core team. I want a good story with them, and
And
this
I want
is the
them
closest.
back to back against the world and saying no because we're X-Men.
Yep.
Because we're X-Men, that's why we win.
Definitely check out Avengers Standoff. That's a good story.
That sounded like
Yeah.
a really good one, and I like the Claus one too. That
Gross.
idea of him being.
Oh, is it
Diesel Santa Claus.
Yeah,
I've got a couple. I have to
he's
bring.
into like chopping down trees and stuff with like one swing and stuff.
I'll bring in a couple of books that I've got like that are Christmas specials
Mm-hmm.
that are kind of cool. You know, like that.
Do you have the one where?
Finish Super Zero. You got to do that.
Who was it?
Good. Okay. Super Zero's got to be finished.
Dang it, who was it that killed Santa Claus? It's like right on the cover of it. I cannot think of that comic. It wasn't Cable. Darn, I cannot think of who it was.
Was it a Marvel thing or was it
Yeah,
like
was
Freddy or
It
Jason?
was Marvel. Yeah.
I don't
It's not
remember.
like Deadpool or something.
No, it wasn't Deadpool. 'Cause somebody was talking about this on one of the Facebook pages not too long ago. And I was like, it looks really cool. You see Santa Claus like face down in the snow, and I cannot think of who it was over him that just killed Santa Claus.
Let me tell you, that's somebody who needs a tail whooping right there.
Hey, you killed Santa Claus. Come on.
Dude, that's a terrible.
Hey, that's a lump of coal.
Hey, now you've got Comic-Con this week?
Comic Con this week.
All right. What do you got? Vacation?
Vacation. He's going
Yeah,
to
I'm
Comic Con
gonna
one
hit.
day.
I'm gonna hit the con on Sunday, and then we're just gonna chill at the beach for a while. Maybe hit an aquarium or something like that. We were thinking maybe Busch Gardens, but I don't know if we're gonna do that for sure.
I mean, that's going to be kind of rough on Alex, isn't it? It's a lot of walking at Busch Gardens.
It is. They got some kiddie rides. We'll see. We'll see. We'll play it.
It's fun, though.
By ear.
I
And
haven't been there in a long time though.
next Sunday's his birthday party, so we'll come back and we're putting that
Happy
together.
birthday to him,
My little 5-year-old.
Alex. Holly's birthday is Saturday. My kidney transplant will be 5 years
Oh,
old.
she's 1 year older than
What,
Alex.
what do
Look
you
at
do
that.
special for your kidney transplant?
I'm taking my. I didn't want to go, but I'm taking my kidney to the
Good for
Tidewater Comic Con. It's on her birthday.
Dude.
So again, I didn't want to do it. I'd probably buy some Harley Quinn comics. Yeah, everybody knows I don't like Harley Quinn.
Will you eat kidney beans?
Yeah, true story. True story. One of my friends, the first year after the transplant, the first Christmas, they gave me a can of kidney beans. I still have them sitting at the house.
That's
I was like,
nice.
that is awesome.
Kidney bean.
I'm gonna have to come up with some different gourmet versions
Yes.
for you.
Anything that's got the word kidney in it.
Yes.
Isn't there like a kidney pie or something like that?
No.
I've hit kids with my knee in Muay Thai.
Yes. Yes. With
It
your
was
high,
an accident.
with your high knee.
Yeah, I know.
I'll get you some stones and write kidney on it.
I have never had them and hope that never happens.
No kidding.
That's
Yeah.
that's if
Yeah.
you've ever seen somebody go through that,
Yeah.
that's horrible.
Yeah, they're miserable. Absolutely miserable, and rightfully so.
That is miserable.
Mhm.
All right, hey, this weekend I'm down in Durham, North Carolina with my teacher, Hoyce Gracie,
Oh, it's Gracie.
doing some jujitsu, and then maybe I have to look and see if I can get off work. Next top of the week he'll be in Alexandria, so I might go up there and train with him again.
That's awesome. Are you gonna do Heroes Con for sure?
I'm gonna try to do it on that Friday. That's what I'm kind of working on, and it just depends on what we've got coming up as far as because it was really hard when Connor was younger because
Yeah.
we had so many people coming over.
That's your kids' birthdays, both of them.
Yeah.
Well, and even if I went on the Friday, usually Friday I had to spend so much time getting ready for the parties
Yep.
because they were huge things. Because it was Connor's is on the 17th, my dad's is on the 18th, and Riley's is on the 19th. So we had this huge thing every year. It was the craziest, most fun
Gotta
thing.
Deck out the whole estate, get the horses ready.
Oh,
Yeah,
dude,
yes.
the estate has to be
This
pruned.
this thing is so big. He's bringing all three of his estates into it.
I was just thinking Billy Madison, get the jet skis in the pool.
Yep, yep.
Well, usually what
Just
we
don't bring
do,
the penguin.
Stuff's there, you can be swung.
we would have the horses out
That's
so
one of my
that
favorites.
the kids could ride the horses.
Yeah, it's gotta have that.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
And then we had a new water slide, brought in. For
12 stories.
Yes.
It wasn't 12 stories. It just looked it.
Oh,
Yeah.
it was 8 feet.
Got the Rolexes in the pinata.
Yeah.
A new waterfall feature too for the pool. I missed it. I missed
one
it.
of those jokes like Rolex in a pinata.
I thought you said a nut bra pinata. I was like, don't be hitting them.
That's the 2016 version. We progressed to nut, bro.
I did. Did he just say that?
Rolex nut bra. Sounds exactly the same. I see why you missed that.
Hey, and keep a lookout for Daryl's book, his audio book coming out for the Simply Incredible podcast on underwater fire prevention.
Yes.
You still
Nice.
working on that?
Yes. Yeah, it takes a lot to really get this. Well, right now you're making me think of the IT crowd, where this one woman, she got all upset because her parents got killed at the sea park, and they burned to death at the sea park. Everything,
my goodness.
everything was made out of metal. And there's water everywhere. How did this happen? No one knows. They never answered it.
Lord.
They done it at the sea parks.
That is not funny
That
to,
is hilarious.
to end the
Wait a
night
minute.
off of like
How do you
her
die
parents die.
At a,
Quite ironic.
everything's aluminum.
Isn't it ironic?
No, it's not.
Don't
Just a
you
little bit.
think?
I know you can't sing. Not in a bad way, of course.
Stop digging on me, buddy. When these mics go off, you're going down.
He will buy your house.
He's
just
like,
to
I'm
poop on
turning the mics off. Yeah, I'm gonna buy your house.
That's where the fun is. Downtown.
I was gonna let you live in the caretaker's house. You ain't getting that out.
Man, what?
it.
No,
Man,
you lose,
that's only 2 stories, man.
Man.
You think you could survive in that?
dude.
Only 2 stories.
Only 2 stories.
2 stories.
But
It's the
But you know-
smallest mansion in Virginia.
Yeah.
The caretaker's house was actually featured in Southern Living, though.
Nice.
We had it built, and it was featured in Southern Living.
I just have this vision of you living in Bedford and Avenel. With all the ghosts and everything.
Ah,
people are like, is Troy really rich? No. I'm in debt up to my eyeballs.
And I like it.
Oh, dude, can't take it with you.
Yeah.
We're gonna leave here. You're closing up your third businthis. You're gonna go home to your mansion.
Yeah. Don't tell these people they're gonna charge me more money for stuff.
He's like this. Well, I've got the concrete, I've got the spray-crete, I've got the Greekcrete, I've got the Holy-crete.
You got Trump over here. He's like, I'll talk to my people.
I talk to my people.
We'll hook you up. We got something for you.
That's why I can't go to. I'm trying to get off work so I can go to the Alexandria one. They go, you can't get off work. We own you.
Talking about going to Heroes Con. He owns Heroes Con.
See, it's funny. At Heroes Con, I've already booked my rooms. I'll be there for Friday night. You know, wake up, go for Saturday.
Are you gonna go to the show on Friday?
Yeah.
I might try to do Friday then if you guys are both going Friday.
I'm sorry, we can't have but so much Simply Incredible podcast represented in one day.
We gotta have representation.
Let me tell you something.
You tell me something.
You
No, wait, hang
are
on.
rich. To be able to go and have the freedom in your life to take and get hotel rooms and have
I can
3
explain this
days.
very, very simply.
What? How?
I am single with no kids.
It works.
That is an awesome premise. It's like, what do you do? Well, I'm going to eat out every night
Yeah.
for breakfast and lunch.
I'm going to sit at home on my couch playing video games and watching movies and reading comics.
I'm not gonna say I live vicariously through you.
I'm just saying.
'Cause I would be
I
wrong.
want to know every detail.
The details. I love it.
Tell me the D. Wait for it. Tapes.
Tails.
Hey, thanks a lot. It was a good night, man.
It was
Yeah.
a good night. It was a little bit longer than we had anticipated, but you know, the first hour and a half was UFC.
Dude, you bring up UFC in this room.
I didn't. You
You're
the one
going-
that did it.
Hey, I said UFCA.
You
Y'all guys
were
were
all
UFC.
over that, and I was like, oh gosh, why did he start there?
I love it.
But anyway, anything else, guys?
Nope.
Nope, nope.
Let's call it
And you guys
Time of
have
death?
an incredible day.
right now.
Yeah, I just totally skipped what you were saying right there.
I segued right in after
He's
you.
over there counting his $1,000 bills.
Yeah.
He's fine.
I wasn't even listening.
Yeah.
1,400.
He's gonna be like a 90-year-old gambit at a strip club.
That is a.
Let's make it
tale for
rain
another
up in
day.
here.
Yeah, that's a tale we're gonna bring out one day.
Dude, that's a very lonely person right there. Old man in the strip club, very sad.
That's hysterical.
Be on the lookout for those dollar bills flying.
Have a simply incredible weekend, everybody.
Some people
See ya.
incroyable.
See ya.
Au revoir.